Previously on Tales of the Red. Fresh. We wrapped up the combat encounter where you guys were fighting one of the cyber psychos in the Afterlife Inc. Warehouse.
Sure it was a warehouse and not a school with all those
De-Caf.
hall monitors? Game's paused,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. Technically, it was. Oh, yeah. Well, it was a schoolhouse of sorts, but yeah, mainly a warehouse where they were housing the cyber psychos. Basically they were the clones that Afterlife Inc. was working on. Like you'll learn
They
that
cloned a hall monitor?
the ones.
Well, one
Well,
thing's
they're
for sure, they
cloning
weren't
people. They
playing.
were technically.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, go finish your thought, please.
I was gonna say, at least they weren't playing Schoolhouse Rock.
But yeah. Well, technically it was a schoolhouse of sorts, but yeah. We finished up the combat encounter where the party encountered several cyber psychos. Um, Partly because the GM overestimated how tough the cyber psychos were, which that has been corrected about the severity of combat in the system, thanks to the lovely Ramba Roll. Going forward. Um, excuse me. But yeah. But yeah. The combat was brought to a halt thanks to De-Caf activating a kill switch hidden in the Cyber Psycho's brains by Afterlife Inc. Um, After they were dead, the harvesting of that sweet, sweet cyberware was done by Chen and promptly sold on the black market, netting a nice little payday on top of the eddies that you earned by taking on the job from Zarafa. De-Caf also got a payday because she had been sent there by Arasaka, secretly doing her owl woman shenanigans as usual. Well, De-Caf was sent there, and then De-Caf owl womaned her way across the the city. Um, it was after the conclusion of the mission that the party met Chris Baker, who, kind of to, wrap up the encounter and bring the party together, had been hired previously by Afterlife Inc. to basically shut down their quote unquote schoolhouse and was promptly, voluntold to join the party and, just kind of got, sucked up in the party's influence and dragged along.
It was more of, you're adopted now, you're coming with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, same logic as quote unquote adopting a kid from a fucking grocery store cart in a parking lot. But sure.
Well, if they didn't want us to take the kid, they shouldn't have left them there.
Putting that in another context.
Okay. Oh, it's great. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, another part of that I forgot during this same mission toward the end of it. Chin gave Arthur Chan an injection of his new street drug. Um,
Yeah,
which
it Only because I thought the combat was lasting longer, but we're going with okay. Yes, I did it on accident.
A happy accident.
I
Yeah.
I mixed up the healing injection with the new drug. My bad. Sue me for malpractice.
Yep. You gave him a injection of the NZT-48. Are you selling that as like a street drug or what? Or have you still like figuring that out?
I'm more of going along the lines of it's a performance enhancing memory supplement. Selling it on the street. Yes, it's a performance enhancing memory supplement.
Okay. Okay, we'll handle that today as well then. Um, at the conclusion of the mission, Arthur Chan became addicted to it because it is addictive as all fuck.
Which is an understatement.
Yeah, well, y'all just have weak constitutions as well, I've noticed, so between weak constitution and being addictive, bad combination.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
there's only so much you can, wean out. And...
yeah. But, yeah. So, after, we also handled, Chin and Arthur Chan. Well, Arthur Chan went to a detox seminar where he, got that out of his system. And Chen went to humanity therapy where he
yes.
regained, quite a bit. He's back up to his max humanity points again.
I think De-Caf
Huzzah.
went to
And
therapy as well, right?
yeah, she did it as well. Y'all went to therapy and you're getting better. Pat yourselves on the back.
I question us getting better, but if you say so.
Theoretically, you're getting better.
Okay.
There, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yes. And right. Um So, it is now January 9th, 2055. It is 6 a.m. You've all had 3 full days of rest, and you are now fully healed. You're healed back at full HP.
Blood study be here in 6
It is
minutes.
a Saturday morning. Cool. Okay.
So,
And
just in
other
advance.
minor things that
Sorry.
occurred. Yeah. Arthur Chan earned 1.5 million from the sale of stolen jewelry. Thanks to the wheelings and dealings of your landlady, who is back in town. I'll make her visible again on the map. Chris and Chen, in their mad dash to make more drugs, Chris did not fail. Chen, on the other hand, failed to make a batch.
I added 2 and 3 and got 4.
Yes, and I rolled to calculate the damage of you fucking up very badly.
Yeah.
40 floors of
Oof.
like, yeah. So you the party lives on like the 100th floor of this mega building, right? And so I rolled like floor 50 and below could have been affected. 40 floors have been affected by your massive drug fuck up.
Well, hold on.
That
What
had
did
to be
he?
evacuated.
What, was like a chemical in the air or something?
Yeah. Yeah, because it got aerosolized
Oh, Jesus.
because of how how it has to cook, and then well, needless to say, it didn't turn out very well,
No shit.
and I
I
didn't
thought your
want to
clinic
sell it,
was in a
so I
different
just
building.
burned it. Now, that's up to her. So I was like, wherever you want to put it, you can go for it.
You gotta find a better way to advertise
That's
your
what she said.
products.
But yeah. So when it it burned, it cooked off. Basically, you gassed 40 floors below you. Um, when when Margaret gets back, she tells you that you're very lucky you didn't the 10 floors that you didn't gas were used for the 10 floors that weren't affected were used for growing food and drugs,
Oh.
the drugs that she grows for her business. So she tells
Like,
you, either be more careful next time, or
believe me, I'm just
that little thing you have with the what's the gang that you have problems with there, Chen? The
the Jade Dragons. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, I already know. It's like, why do you think I tried clearing it out as fast as I could? I need to get more ventilation.
Mhm. Your location is one air tag away, my friend. So be very, very careful, Chen. Or next month, you may be living in a capsule hotel down by the river, if you get my drift.
Oh, I get it. Drifting down the river.
I fully understand. I don't plan on doing anything stupid.
Again.
Maybe. I don't know. Things just happen to me, okay?
Yeah, it happened to you and everybody else around you.
Okay. Um, all right. So
I
one
wanted to
other
ask,
thing of note
oh, sorry.
that oh, yes, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, prior to, whenever Arthur Chan shows up, in advance of the little talk I wanted to have with him, um, we established before, I think via retcon, that when De-Caf handed the flash drive back to Hancock, that she'd secretly installed like a back door on it so she can, remotely access, the company files, and like have like basically, because
Yep,
it's
we
installed
did.
on his computer, it looks like he's accessing it, right? And therefore I also have his level of access. So, and she's not like downloading anything, or at least like downloading anything in a way that would be uh, uh, viewable or like traceable. Um, but she's definitely getting as much juicy info on Arasaka as she can from an executive level terminal. Which I don't know if I need to do a
Yep.
roll for that, or if, the fact that I'm patched into his computer, if I can just do that.
Yeah. I will have you make me an electronic security tech roll. You'll get information about Arasaka because it is patched in directly to his terminal. It's not gonna flag weird activity. This is more for really juicy stuff that you can get on, him specifically. You can hold over his head blackmail material
Ooh,
for
perfect.
later,
Yeah, I'm
you
all
know,
for it.
later
What's the
plot
DV?
relevance. Um, I knew I forgot to bring something up. Let me bring my little like GM screen up. There we go. There's my data screen. That will be a DV-17.
Okay. I'm gonna spend. If I just as a reminder, if I do a roll and I do spend luck, does that automatically subtract the luck?
Should.
All right. Well, I'll spend 3
Yeah.
luck.
Yep, it should.
And any other.
Yep, and remember to add your interface ranked
Oh yes.
this.
Since
Since I'm not using I'm not running Netrunner as usual.
Yep.
Just using it as like a bonus rather.
Because I'm not crunched for time, am I able to get the taking extra time?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
What does complementary skill do?
Similar skill. Or
You would have to
skill
make another skill roll before you would make the
okay.
electronic security tech
Okay,
roll.
so electronic security tech. So yeah, spending 3 luck, got the +4 from interface and the +1 from extra time. So let's see how this goes. What did you say the DV
You
was?
blew it out of the park. 17.
Alright, then there you go.
All right.
I find out that his name is in the Epstein files.
You mean Epstein the 17th?
Well, definitely wouldn't be that.
I shouldn't laugh at that. But
We find out that he was
Oh,
involved in
shit.
some
speaking of the devil, hey
dastardly
Blitz.
diddly dealings.
Okay, there we go. Hello?
Hi.
Okay. There's a reason. There's a reason. However, I will be having a guest star here in a moment. Well, my buddy Steven is you guys have is over. Some of you guys have met him. But long story short, apocalyptic winds like fucked up the area real bad. So
Oh my.
Oh.
Well,
Dude.
on a more positive note, so just so we can get to the conversation with Arthur Chan. So what, in all seriousness, like Epstein jokes aside, what did
Oh
I
boy.
find on Hancock?
Yeah, you walked in at the right, at exactly the right moment, Blit.
Yep. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll make everyone observer to this
Ooh.
because,
Okay.
I'm guessing you'll eventually share this with everyone.
Depends
Or
on
I'm
what's
gonna
on
just
it.
make it so you can see it for now.
Well,
Coding.
yeah, make it so I can see it, then I'll decide whether De-Caf would share it.
Sure.
Okay.
Cody, yes. Share with the
Okay,
right
I see
person.
it.
Dirt on Anthony Hancock.
I'm reading it right now. I see. Yeah, I like with that last one, cannot be traced directly back to him. And then De-Caf mumbles to herself, until now. And for once, she smiles. Okay, so with all the information as well as the general dealings of Arasaka, like downloaded, because like I said, De-Caf, to quote a certain battle droid from years past, she was just walking around. So she returns to the apartment complex. And yeah, Arthur Chan, you get a knock on your door.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna go well. I'm gonna open the door completely,
In
no
cosplay.
no safety precautions whatsoever. Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
you're
definitely.
midstream. You open with "Ni hao, bitches!" Knock, knock, knock. Oh, come on.
Just go straight into like, dude, what the fuck? Like
Ni
deep
hao,
ass
bitches.
fucking.
Seriously?
Just remember to breathe.
Oh my god.
All right, everyone,
That's
breathe
great.
in. 1, 2,
And
3.
there is
Breathe
an out of
out.
context quote.
So, Blitz, you posted that in the wrong chat. That Arthur
Oh,
Chan
did
stats.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what my character sheet looks like.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know
So,
what's going on there.
so De-Caf, yeah. So she gets she gives you a knock on the door. And you said prior to that moment of hilarity that you answered the door.
Yeah.
So she's standing there and then kind of sarcastically, like, the sort of like arm motion of like in Star Wars when like a Jedi does like a mind trick, kind of like that sort of sweep of an arm.
Yeah.
She does that kind of wave, but with her like echo arm, the one that doesn't have a hand. She's like, "Sup? I've got an offer for you. May I come in?"
Um. Yeah. Sure.
So she she enters, and basically, kind of leans up against the wall and says, "As I understand it, you are in quite a high up position in Zarafa. Is that correct?"
Uh. Yeah, I guess so.
And she says,
Yeah, no biggie.
"Well," she says, "well, how would you like to make it a biggie? Or more specifically, how would you like to become absolutely beloved by your company?"
I already am.
Well, then let me rephrase it to use a phrase I hear a lot here in America, to make it a double.
No thanks, I'm not hungry. I don't
And
I
she
don't
says, "I was
understand.
not referring to food. I was referring to um, being even more thoroughly rewarded with information that could knock like I'm trying to figure out what to say. Like she basically says basically that would put um, Zarafa like at the top of the corporate totem pole is kind of what she alludes to. Which
That's
basically she what?
that's a pretty big promise.
And
So what is it?
she says yeah, that with with you as sort of a connection, she says um who is your boss? I would much like to have a meeting with this person, and preferably to have you involved as well.
I can arrange that.
And she says, like she sort of smiles, says, "Perfect. Uh, when would that be? I mean, is your boss in the office today?"
Perhaps. Depends on the urgency of this information.
She says, well, it's not time critical information, but it is information that I'm sure you would want to capitalize on sooner rather than later.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, after all, why wait to enjoy the benefits that you could be experiencing right now?
I'll set it up for later tonight.
So it's perfect. And after that, just takes her leave. Which I will move her token. She goes back to her office. So yeah, and then well, you have her number, so she just says, give me a text when you've got something scheduled with your boss.
Yeah. All right. What? They've got like cyberpunk lingo for that, right?
I think
Like,
there is. I mean, I know Choom,
Made the
but
deets.
yo, Choom, zap me on my
on my agent.
on my yeah.
Flick you the deets.
Yep. Just start flicking me, and we'll go from there.
That sounds dirty.
It all sounded dirty.
I think that was the point.
Actually, Emily, something I
That's why
will
we
ask
got
is,
a janitor.
I know you sort of fast forwarded it to Saturday. Would what Arthur Chan is proposing, would that conflict with the whole art thing that I was going to make some money off of? Scheduling wise, I don't know what time the art gallery is supposed to be. And obviously, this situation actually is much more important to her.
You could have the meeting in the morning and then like the heist is in the evening, so they won't
What
conflict.
heist? The art gallery, I thought it was just for selling art.
You could heist it.
Well, you could do both, technically.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to rob the place that I'm trying to make a profit off of. So, anyway, so I mean, would the meeting be in the morning then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the two events won't intersect.
Okay.
But okay. You had your conversation about committing corporate espionage,
Mm-hmm.
As one does.
standard cyberpunk, stuff. Okay. Check that off my to-do list. All right. So Arthur Chan, you
Sup.
wanted to you wanted to launder some of your money through Zarafa Corporation. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still seeing the same like fucked up ass sheet, so I'm gonna like try and refresh, see what's going on there.
Yeah, because when I open your sheet, I just see like the standard thing. I don't know why it's showing up like that for you.
Oh, like the screenshot he sent?
Yeah, that's really
Was it
odd.
doing that last time?
Oh, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we good.
Excellent.
Okay. Must have just been a weird thing. Okay. So, let me check our messages real fast. So you wanted to launder a third of your money, right?
That's the idea.
Yes. So you earned 1.5 million, and so when I divided 1.5 million by 3, I was like, I feel stupid now for having to use a calculator for this just to make sure I didn't mess up the math. But so 500,000 is what you want to launder. I promise you, I'm fairly intelligent. I doubt myself sometimes. So to do that successfully and without getting caught or causing, the IRS or
Oh boy.
yeah, it is the IRS that investigates tax fraud.
Mhm.
You don't want to go to prison. Um, I will need an accounting roll from you at difficulty 17 because this is like you're going through your company, professional like payroll type stuff. So
Boy.
17 is the target number you want to beat.
This might be the first time someone has ever rolled accounting. Ever.
Probably.
And remember, if you spent any luck at the beginning of the session, you regain it. So you regain all 8 of your luck points.
Oh boy.
Blitz.
Okay. That's good. That's vital. I have to account effectively.
Yep. And you've also regained your HP. After you got punched in the No, you didn't get punched in the face, you got snaked. Excuse me.
Yep.
Last time.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm well aware.
That was
Can't-
Chin who got punched in the face. I'd almost forgotten.
Yeah, and I took the punch on the chin and I just said I deserve that and walked away.
Oh, we just accounted the fuck out of that, dude. That right there, thoroughly accounted for.
21.
Yes, Stephen, 21. Water. That's correct. That's the water.
Congratulations, you've
There is water in there. Yeah.
you've successfully laundered $500,000 through the Cayman Islands or a Swiss bank account or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Through Swiss
I don't know,
banking.
like
At the Swiss Islands.
yeah, I forget. I don't know. I need to reread specifically like what still exists in the time of the Red after like everything fell in the data crash of the 2020s. Because I was rereading the stuff to like properly set up the encounters today, and like fucking like Max Tack, which is like the
Max
big
Tax.
big time like goes after cyber
Max Tack.
psychos. Like they're not even properly part of Night City Police Department anymore. They're their own like fucking gang. Like it they only respond to what they want to respond to now. Like that's how fucked up the city is after like, freaking nuke went off during the fourth corporate. That's how screwy things are, folks. But
Yeah.
Man.
Doesn't surprise me.
yeah.
Is that
So,
female?
congratulations, Blitz. You've hidden part of your income from the IRS, and you will not go to prison today for tax fraud when April rolls around.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Tax Evader.
Okay, there we go. We're on speaker now.
I probably don't know.
Well, I mean, did you hear that you have a new title, Blitz?
Oh, probably the one.
Two of them were from the Fallout game. Yes, I did hear my title.
All right. Lord Evader.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, Cody.
Okay. Handled the meeting. Arthur Chan
Oh yeah.
laundered his money. Martin, gonna focus on you now. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, okay.
I shoot
So,
everything.
during the days where you've had some Okay. So, during the days that you've had downtime, you've rested, relaxed, you know,
Yeah.
Punched him in the face
done
a few
some weapon
times.
maintenance.
Apparently
Probably
suffered
done that
an
as
explosion.
well. Um, so during the days you've had downtime, just kind of, chilled out at home, you've gotten like a ton of just like phone calls, emails, and like text messages. And finally, like your inbox is just like full to like and just like overflowing.
Mhm.
Um, do you like check any of them?
Yeah,
Like
I
when
do.
you're like your inbox is finally like filled up.
I can't even imagine what overflowing of an email
Okay.
box looks like. Like, is it like paper just rolling out of the monitor and just right there on the ground? Anyway, all joking aside, yes, I do check my emails regularly, but every time that I delete 2 emails, 3 new ones come in. Apparently, I've got quite the name.
Yeah.
I'm good at taking care of business.
Yeah. But when you check your emails,
Yeah.
you find that these are not like your usual like business emails, like,
Mhm.
you usually get the emails like, hey, here's a job, I want you to go, like, like kill this person, I'll pay you like several thousand eddies. Well, yeah, and then there's a bunch of spam adverts as usual. But these are emails from Roxy Neon. You're
Okay.
really not sure how she got your contact information, but she is like, you know, like desperately trying to get in contact with you.
Okay.
And when you check like your voicemail messages, they're also from like, like here's my contact info, call me back when you have a minute.
So
Do you return her calls?
it gets from recruiting to stalking. Yeah, I considering how eager she is to speak to the business, then maybe we should indulge that.
To hear her out.
Yeah, exactly. And what was her name again? Rose.
course.
What?
Roxy Neon.
Roxy Neon. I have a hunch that I know where to find her.
Yeah.
The closest strip joint, isn't it?
With a name like that.
Well, ironically, yes, she used to be a stripper and sex worker, but now she's everyone's favorite late night talk show host at
Oh, she was that Katie
late
Killjoy
nights with
looking bitch, right?
yeah, at a
I bet-
Studio 54. She was the woman who interviewed you after the interview where where Chen leaked the the video where he dissected the rock star.
I can't even begin.
That interview.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do a thing.
Yeah. But
I don't have words. First he dissects a rock star, then he blows up my fucking building.
The next thing you see Godzilla rampaging through the city, and the first instinct you have is Chin!
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
God
Godzilla
damn it,
comes right
Chin!
stomping in. All heads slowly turn to Chen. What did you do?
I didn't do it!
Not me this time. I know I was responsible for King Kong last week, but this one is not my fault.
Exactly.
I swear, Blizz's friend must be like, God, these people are fucking insane.
That's an understatement.
There's one word for it.
Mhm.
Let's just say some of us have papers to prove how crazy we are.
These people are living out their wildest fantasies in a group by talking. Like, okay.
Well, that's odd. There aren't any Twi'leks in here, Marty, but anyway.
Yeah, wildest fantasies. So, I know.
That's tomorrow.
My one hesitation to participate in the Cyberpunk game, but maybe we can attach some cyber, units to someone's head and go like, yeah, baby, yeah.
Well, like slinky dildos or something to.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, technically they do have those.
Okay, can we move on?
Yeah.
Let's move on,
Sorry.
please.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Roxy,
Yeah.
you. So you are gonna return Roxy's phone calls, correct?
Yes.
Marty.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So punch in the number, dial her up. Okay. The first ring like goes and then just well, hello there. Mart
Roxy
the
Neal.
business. You never gave her like your
Well, hello,
you never
Roxy.
actually gave her like your character's action.
Like
Yeah.
most
Go ahead.
popular, everything.
My, if it isn't the business himself. You are a very hard man to get a hold of.
Am I now? But well, I'm returning your calls. Sorry, it's been I had to rest a few days. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you have to. I mean, all the roll on show. I don't know what that
All the
means.
business he has to attend to.
A leave.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure you do, but you got back to me eventually anyways. So, I can't fault you on that. Well, better get down to business. Well,
I've seen plenty of movies.
I'm
of
sorry.
you going down to business. So yes, let's.
I'm sorry. I'm
You
just
didn't
giggling
think
at
I was
this.
gonna
It's
let
so
that one pass,
stupid.
did you?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So here's the long and short of it, business. So you're a solo. You're you're always looking for the the biggest and the baddest equipment and toys, right?
I have the biggest and baddest equipment and toys, but if you mean gear, yes.
Oh,
Hey.
stop. Behave.
No.
But
Okay.
I'll I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret. The business.
Okay.
If you want, if you want access to the best stuff, all it will cost you is once a month you go out with me. A little bit of a wine and dine situation, and I can get you access to the
And I'm the one
to
that's
the
being
best
bad.
equipment. So basically, I can't stop giggling at this. Basically, she wants you to be her sugar baby, the business, and she will give you stuff. That is why Roxy Neon has been nonstop calling you for the past 3 days.
She just wants me to be a sugar baby or a sugar baby with guns, namely her bodyguard.
Is there a difference in your
A
case?
little bit of both.
Okay. Well, how could I ever say no to Roxy Neon? And once a month, you say? And what would be the occasion? Do I need to pre-scout locations, that sort of thing?
No.
That's business talk for make a reservation.
Actually, that is truly business talk. Like, as in for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
My, you're just so serious. Well, yeah, you'd be doing standard bodyguard stuff, but also just being a companion. Strictly platonic. I wouldn't expect you know, nothing like that from you.
I mean, that's only
I
why she's kept
I have
calling you.
I have other boy toys for that.
Mm.
Robin just said.
This lady has no filter. So, just very open about it,
No
I
kidding.
don't have to pay you for that. I have other guys for that.
And
But
the business has a nice comeback. Well, I guess you won't get access to the best equipment then either.
hmm, hmm. Well, depending on how good you do, maybe we can talk about it in a few months, big boy. Just
Big boy indeed.
What?
Theo, behave.
We're just gonna do like a time skip in a couple sessions from now, and like on the side, Martin has just become a fuck boy, and that's how he earns most of his money. He's not even just solo anymore.
He's like quickly losing weight, from all the effort. His thighs are getting bigger, but his legs are getting thinner, etc. That sort of thing.
I'm going to drink a lot more water.
He's taking zinc supplements.
But
Don't ask me how I know that. Anyway.
all right. So yeah. What I understand, try to be serious again, and back away from the overly horny fucking talk show host character. It seems you've agreed to be her bodyguard slash,
Man-made.
sugar baby for the
Right,
time being.
companion.
Eye candy.
Yep. Cool.
Yep. Because I'm one of the few ones
All
without
right.
any cybernetics. So I guess, well, maybe there's the reason why she picked me. Oh, pick me! There ain't nobody else. Anyway. Sorry, guys. I speak movie. You know that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we love you.
You're all good. All right. So, check that off my list of stuff I wrote down too.
Give Marty a good time. Jesus Christ.
Well, not exactly give you a good time. Like I wanted to bring up like the Roxy Neon character again because just had a lot of fun like bringing up the NPC, and I wanted her to show up again. It's kind of a reoccurring character, and
Bringing it up, she did.
okay. Excuse me. Okay.
Awkward laughter. Okay.
So
moving
Chris,
on.
Chen and Chris. Just wrote down in my notes. Chen and Chris will make more drugs, as stuff, for possession. That's real specific. Good job, Sal.
I mean, I got nothing else to do until somebody shows up saying, "Hey, I'm bleeding. Patch me up."
Yeah. Are you going to continue to make drugs in the apartment building, or are you going to try and find a new place? Is the question.
If anything, I will go down to the docks, buy a warehouse, and put in ventilation there.
Okay. You'll probably have to like rent a place more likely because
That's fine.
you can't exactly outright buy a place.
I mean, he's got 200,000 eddies, courtesy of Owlwoman.
I got quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, if I have to.
I mean, it doesn't even need to be like a big warehouse. You could just buy like a storage unit or something.
All depends on if I want to grow the operation or not.
That's true, yeah.
Well, do you want to grow the stuff yourself, or do you want to just depend on middlemen?
Eventually, but it's not like a immediate concern. It's one of those things where I was like, I'll get to it eventually.
Okay. I'll make a note that. Okay. Purchase a place to make drugs.
Very specific, yes.
That's going to be your ultimate goal. That's going to be your ultimate goal for the campaign. Just build your drug empire and become a drug kingpin in Night City.
Yes, become the ultimate drug kingpin.
Are you proud of me now, Mom and Dad?
This is what I get for failing math. I rule.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be Chris and Chen's endeavor. Okay, a leaf to focus on you. Okay, so you're healed up. During these days of downtime, because I think you're able to be like fully healed after like a couple days.
Yeah, it basically takes
you
the
know,
whole
you're
3 days.
okay. Cool. Okay. Yep. Um, yeah. And I'll say that like while you're in your downtime, you're able to basically like, just basically post on social media. Essentially, you kind of grow your following
Doom
and
scrolling, isn't it?
yeah,
Not much to do when you're recovering after like
basically.
all of that. It's you
Mhm.
just use the phone. I know what happened when I was in the hospital last time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Was there anything good on the net?
Um, I will say you did get some ideas for some new like, possible like small venues to like, grow your influence as a, singer. So like I don't know if you write your own songs, but
I
you
mean, I
got some
have
ideas,
to, but like,
place for 'em.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got some ideas for where to kind of some ideas for future songs to write. So, while you were rotting in bed, you grew your mind. It wasn't all, wasteful time. But I feel you on the, just rotting in bed, doom scrolling. Not too much. IRL.
I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of people who are doing that in IRL.
Yep. But yeah. So this brings us up to January 9th. All right. So, Arthur Chan. First off, what we'll handle. Blitz, are you there? You're muted.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you now.
There we go. Huh. Weird. Okay, what's up? I was not there for a moment, so
You're all good.
so
So we're gonna handle the meeting between your boss, yourself, and De-Caf now.
oh boy.
Okay. So I will advance the time a couple hours. So around 9 o'clock, I'll pull you all to
I use that.
board meeting map, and you're all, you know, I need to remake this map and the new the tile canvases that I made, but
Is Arthur Chan's arm
for
candy
now
actually
it'll
present,
work.
or
Um, unless he tells me otherwise, she kind of, is glued to his hip because she's his corporate bodyguard.
Like a,
Oh boy.
a file.
so?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, Decaf walks
But yeah,
in through
you
this door.
arrive at Sarafa and
Did you, Arthur Chan,
shown
did
to
you give me your boss's name? I
his
know it's
office.
Romanovich, but
I think Victor Romanovich, right?
right. Well, I'm just asking, like, did you give me that information in character? So
Um, yeah,
okay.
I mean that it makes sense.
So Decaf enters the room and she enters it, rather quietly, kind of symptomatic of her, owl woman side activities. I mean, she doesn't like sneak into the room. It's just like you notice how relatively quiet. She's not like some like office person who's like clomping into the room, practically like slinks into the room and sees, she looks to Romanovich, um, and says, I assume then you are Mr. Romanovich.
Yes, yes. Very nice to meet you.
And she's
No, you are.
and she offers her left hand to
Yes.
shake because she obviously doesn't have a right hand. She says, "Deanna Cafaro."
Miss Cafero. It's very nice to meet you. And I see you've met, what is your last name, Arthur?
Chan.
Chan? Well, his actual, like, last name.
It's
Or does he just go by Arthur Chan?
it's Chan, yeah. And he's just like a full
Yeah.
on like blatantly Caucasian dude. Like there's no question.
I see you've met my met my business associate,
Yeah, she kind of nods up
Mr.
at him, like just like going to the
Arthur
what's up
here.
nods. And she De-Caf looks to Romanovich and says, "Well, I shall just get right into it. I have quite an offer to make you that would send Zarafa as a corporation and you two in particular," she says, referring to Romanovich and Arthur Chan, send you skyrocketing to the top. Um, and she says, I understand that Arasaka towers over all other corporations, including your own. But what if it were the other way around? And also, because I forgot to mention this, are there any cameras in the room?
Yeah, I'd say
Oh,
there's like one probably
can I
like
have like like an
over
active
there.
like jammer and all my like cyber stuff to like you know screw with the camera until I leave the room?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. Because I mean, she's not like permanently damaging the camera, but she is one fucking paranoid bitch, so she's not gonna leave that to chance. Um, so
It's
she,
giving static.
yeah, well, what she does is she presents, um, she says that I am in possession of a vast array of very damning evidence against um, Arasaka as a corporation and its repulsive wretch of a CEO specifically. Um, and what she will do to present the fact that she's not just bluffing is that um, she will share like a snippet, like a preview of, I don't know what it would be, but something very fucking juicy, um, information wise, that would get this guy hooked without like overplaying my hand and like giving him everything he wants to know up front. You know what I mean? I don't know what that information would be, but like it would be the kind of thing that like would be very guarded, but by itself would not be enough to damn Arasaka.
Okay. Um
Like you don't even need to ascertain what that would be. You can just say that she has that and gives whatever it is to him.
Mhm.
okay. Yep. You share this snippet of information.
Okay.
And you know, Romanovich kind of nods. Like he also has like one of those big like executive like the the stereotypical like chairs. He leans back in it. He says, I see. This is interesting snippet of information. And you're certain this information is you're certain it's real.
And she says, I obtained it just this morning.
Okay? And how can I be certain that, you know, the moment that you hand over this information, they're not gonna, flip a switch and fry your brain? I'm
She
Miss
says,
Cafaro.
well, that brings me to the fact that I have two tiny itty bitty conditions. She said, and like right down to like the Alistair impression, even though that's not what she's intentionally channeling. Um, she says that, um, you know, brace yourself in advance, but the price of this information is 1.2 mil, which all I can say, even now for your corporation, but especially so after Arasaka gets knocked down a peg, would be a rounding error for you. Um, and she says that's part one. The other part of it, like so, 1.2 mil in advance, and she explains that, in response to him saying like, how will I know that you give the information that they don't just unplug you? She says that's to prevent me from being unplugged. And what she also offers is she says that while I'm not crazy about potentially entering another deal with the devil, um, she says, um, I, in addition to dissociating myself with Arasaka, uh, I would be inclined to reciprocate by offering my services as a slicer.
Excuse me. I say. He'll look over at you, Arthur Chan. He'll say, do you can you vouch for this for a Miss Cafaro, Arthur Chan? Fuck it, I'll just call you Arthur Chan since
Yes,
you
do
don't
that.
have
It's
a.
funnier.
You just yeah. Yeah, he's just this very serious, like Russian, like ex, like you know, freaking, like fucking Solo. He's just like, very seriously,
And then
like, what do
meanwhile
you
talking
think,
to this
Arthur
like
Chan?
anime girl.
What do you think, Bliad? um,
Exactly.
yeah, you know, boss. I think there's something significant here. Uh, from what I can tell, I think this is something that we should really invest in.
I'm sorry, Rob. I love you, man.
I see.
Mm,
Mm,
mm. Well, hmm.
well,
As with most things, this is, taking a chance here. But, well, ever since I've hired you, Arthur Chan, you haven't steered me wrong, and, well, you're, I like you. You're, you know,
oh, gee, thanks,
I don't know
boss.
why I like you so much. You're, I, I don't know why I like you so much, but, you're one of my, you're a pal. So, I'm willing to roll the dice on. Um,
Ha, I get it. Roll the
so
dice.
how
Ha.
much?
I'm sorry.
um, so you're fine. Um, so what was the sum you needed, Miss Cafaro?
So
1.2
she,
million, you said?
yeah, because basically out of character, like, well, what she explains is that, um, you know, she's fully honest here, kind of in part in hopes that the full transparency kind of gives her credibility. That she says that um, her situation, alluding to her cybernetics and the fact that she's still alive in the first place, um, is due to the fact that she has we established was a $2 million debt to Arasaka. But the good news is that once that debt is paid, then she's off the chain, and they're deactivating like all the kill switches and stuff they have on her. Was what we discussed in DMs. Um, so basically, she already
Yes.
has like roughly how much, 800,000 for like 8,400 or whatever, like 844K. But I'm just like out of character. I'm just rounding up like to like 800,000 plus 1.2 million to get exactly 2 million and then pay off the debt. So she's basically saying like the price, like the deal she's making the guy is that she would be, I mean, like 1.2 million in exchange for the information that um, she she will give. The only caveat is that she first needs to well, actually is the situation with Arasaka like the paying the debt and then like removing all the kill switches and stuff, is that something she would have to go to the office in person to do, or can it all be like handled digitally?
Yellow.
So
Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, Trumbledore.
Hey, hey.
You could wire the money like digitally, but you would have to physically go in and have like the stuff removed like in office, like the kill switches removed in office
okay, well, because basically
as part of like the stuff.
what she's trying to sort of figure out in terms of a sequence and stuff is that um she doesn't like she just wants to make sure all the kill switches are out before she hands over any information, because um she's not entirely sure. I mean, she's only just met Arthur Chan's boss, so she doesn't necessarily know if he's going to like immediately get to work with that information. And honestly, she doesn't care when exactly he does, as long as it's done like after the kill switches are disabled. So,
Okay. Sure.
because like she says, I mean, just to sort of address his own possible, you know, misgivings about making, like making a deal with a stranger. She straight up tells him that you're not the only one rolling dice here, just to kind of give a bit of a relation, like I get it because I'm in the same position as you are.
Yes. Totally understandable. Um, I, reach out to me through Arthur Chan. Once you are, feel it is safe to continue, go through him. He will tell me, and I will pull the trigger on, you know, start the, start, causing the dominoes to topple and, destroying Arasaka.
Yeah, she actually smiles
No.
for once.
I'm go-
So here's what the compromise she'll suggest
if
is.
I'm going to hire someone new.
So she will.
Yep, if I'm going to hire someone new, I want them to be safe first.
She
After all,
says, "Well, you sound
we don't
infinitely
want to
better
waste
than my
money in a new investment.
you sound infinitely better than my old boss, and I've only known you for
Please
about
continue.
10 minutes." And she says, "I see why Arthur Chan
Yep,
thinks highly of
please
you."
continue. Sorry.
But so the offer that she makes, essentially like the kind of finalized offer, is that so what she'll do is she will give him the like well so he pays her 1.2 mil. She gives him the information like encrypted. She's going and she's telling him all this. Then she will go to Arasaka. Um, how long would it take them to deactivate all the kill switches and stuff? They have to just shut her off and kill her. How long would that take?
Um, I would say probably like 4 hours, probably.
Oh,
Like they do this like fairly often, so it's pretty streamlined process.
do
You
what
know,
fairly often? Put kill
not
switches
to
on people or
sound like
remove them?
callous or nothing. Both,
Both.
both.
Yeah, that tracks.
Like, but it's a dark horse future. Like, we're not too far off from employees doing that to actual people now, if we're
No,
being
without a
honest.
doubt.
So
It's mass demanufacturing.
Pretty much.
but
What was that about demons?
Demanufacturing, not mass demons. That would be worse.
So anyway, but yeah, so De-Caf makes him that offer, and then she sort of like stands up and sort of leans forward a bit, and she offers him a handshake to confirm the deal with her left hand. She says, "I would normally do it with my right, but I'm a bit empty-handed." Kind of wiggles like the echo arm a bit.
yep, he'll accept the handshake and he'll say, if you would like, I could have our department, or, cybernetics department, see if they can you know, if they can, you know, fa- uh, you know, get you a normal, cybernetic hand, and see if they could perhaps integrate something into your palm, if you prefer. It
Integrate
seems
what?
rather inconvenient, like a hacking interface in your hand, rather than having the whole. If you prefer to swap out the Echo hand arm into
Out of
like an
character, the
actual
Echo
like
Arm's cool as
other
fuck,
hand,
but
like he's offering. I know, like he's just offering,
yeah. Well,
like
she thanks him for that.
okay, if you
Says that I'll definitely take
you'd
it into
rather be
consideration.
look more normal. Yeah.
So what she does is she will give him like her like whatever her like payment method is, so he can pay her, and then um, while he's doing that, she pulls out and like she probably just honestly like plugs like a USB drive like directly into her arm, or even her head, and just like downloads all the information and encrypts it like the fucking living computer she is. Um, and when the transaction is complete, then she will hand over the drive to him, and she says that I will text you the access key once all the uh, cybernetics have been, or the kill switches have been removed.
All right. I eagerly await this information. Just be safe,
And
my
she's
new friend.
yeah, she smiles and says, "Yes, friend." Then she says that like calls for emphasis with her like fancy pistol. Like I mean, doesn't like point it, but just sort of reveals it, and says that I always come prepared. Um, and and she carries carries several calibers of safety. Um, but term what was it? She says, should I after the procedure is done, which out of character, before I say this, in the procedure, would that so what time is the art like the art gallery? Because it's 9 a.m. right
It'll
now.
take place at yeah, it'll take place at like 10 p.m.
Okay,
So like 12 hours
so I have okay,
essentially.
so I have time to um, so basically I would have time to go to the Arasaka tower, get you know get all that squared away, and then report back here within 4 hours and still have plenty of time left in the day.
Yeah.
All right. So she says that well, in that case, I don't wish to keep either of us waiting. If you have any more questions for me, you have but to ask, but if not, I'll be going.
I have no more questions. I don't know what that voice was, but he has no more for you, and you can
Okay.
exit stage
Yeah.
left.
She gets up, and then she
Okay.
on her way past Arthur Chan, she gives him a a pat on the shoulder and keeps on moving and closes the door behind her. And then obviously once she's fully out of sight of it, unjams the cameras.
All right. Okay. So, Deanna, because I'll now start calling you Deanna, because
Which I love the sound of.
De-Caf is, yeah, De-Caf was the Arasaka corporate show, and now
Dehumanizer.
let's start pivoting to Deanna. So you head off to get the kill switches removed, and I'll pivot to focus on Arthur Chan and the rest of the time, and include you, Trumpledore.
I'll also
Okay.
subtract
So
the
Arthur Chan, you get a text message.
just right quick. I'm gonna, instead of adding
Yep.
the 1.2 mil, I'm just gonna subtract the 800,000, and then just assume that
Okay.
that's the deal
Cool.
paid off. And then I do want to have a scene for when De-Caf confronts what's his nuts and says I've altered the deal, kind of like Ramba. So
Yeah. Okay. So Blitz, you get a text message because I'm gonna focus on. You wanted to get 2 of the cyber dogs with your buku bucks that you got from fucking stealing jewelry. I can never pronounce that word properly.
jewelry.
Just not gonna focus on it. But jewelry, like the stuff he stole from Crimson.
Yeah. Out of
But
curiosity,
yeah,
just
he
real
wanted
quick.
he wanted to spend some of it. Go ahead.
I was just curious before the scene fully ends
Yep.
that is there any kind of conversation between Arthur Chan and his boss? I'm curious if there's any behind her back discussion about the offer, but I mean it's fine if you don't want to do that. I don't know if he would.
I hadn't planned for any
All
conversation.
right, that's fine.
If I'm being honest.
That's fine.
But yeah. So to talk about the 2 cyber dogs you won, Blitz. You get a text. Blitz, are you there? You're muted again. Don't know if you
Yeah, sorry,
stepped away or nothing.
I know. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you wanted to pick up 2 cyber dogs. Do you still want to do
Yes.
that? Okay. You get a text message. So for now, so for most luxury goods, you have to find a fixer and find them. For now, I'll say you were able to reach out and find one. In the future, we'll go through the proper rules for it. But you found someone who got in touch. You found someone who knows a guy who can sell you a couple.
Not shady at all.
The guy, yeah.
Slightly
You found
shady.
a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Yep. He tells you that he found 2 for you as you wanted.
Oh boy.
You need to go to the Night City markets, but he suggests that if you have people, if you have a crew, bring them with you. And basically that is code for everyone who isn't Deanna. Go with Blitz, because this could turn into combat if Blitz gets cocky.
Oh, because now I'm feeling left out by
Blitz
it.
does it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But
We'll
yeah. So
we'll murder some people.
Chen, the business, Alif, and Chris. If you want to come to the Night City Market and pick up some general goods or some ammo, you can now.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. Wow. You guys want to dude? We could go shopping. Don't you want to do that?
I didn't
so
even
much
use
fun.
anything in my first the first session I was in. I didn't use any ammo or anything. I was across the street, so I feel like I don't need anything.
No, you need something. You need to go to the. What if you need to
I'll
buy
trust you.
something?
I'm very
No, good point.
suspicious.
That's exactly why you're gonna do it.
It's like
No,
I'm
you're right.
very suspicious because if he tells
Okay.
me I need to go to the market to get things, I'm like, I don't use guns.
I'm just gonna, you know what? If I really gotta, I'll just like hand out $1,000 to each person. Like, okay, buddy, you know what? We're going on a shopping trip.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not too familiar with the cyberpunk world. What's like the legality on the size of ordnance I can buy on like the consumer market?
um,
Like, how big of a bomb can I legally buy before it becomes a problem?
Hmm.
You have to find it first.
yes.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
also
So nothing
depends on if
changed.
they
Okay.
find you first.
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything you want.
I was gonna say you can buy whatever
Really,
you
if you don't
want if
get
it's
caught.
there. No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main issue is just finding things, because like the supply chain has been like fucked to the point where finding stuff is the biggest issue. But if you find it and you have the money, then yeah, the sky's the limit.
It's a realistic. I just need a lot of aluminum and rust, and I can make the biggest thermite weapon this generation's ever seen.
Oh boy.
You also have to remember, like,
God.
someone found a nuke and sold it, so
What? Sell it? Put it on your wall, man. That's a nuke.
Oh boy. But yeah, you head over to, well, you call up the gang. It takes you a little bit because most of you are walking everywhere unless you foot the bill for a very expensive taxi ride to the Night City markets, which will pull you
Or unless you're me and have a
to the
grappling
Night
hook
City
built in
map.
your arm so you can zip around like Spider-Man.
The only reason I say I'm not sure I want to buy anything is I actually do want to save up and get get a vehicle. I want to try to decrease my expenses, like my operating expenses.
What does a vehicle cost?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember when I first joined, I looked at the vehicles and I was like, "Oh, there's a yacht, but I can't afford that."
How much was the yacht?
Yeah.
I distinctly remember you flipped. You were like, "Oh, vehicles," and you flipped over to the vehicles tab and were
Oh
immediately
yeah, I was so
like,
confident. I was
"Oh."
like, "Now here's the real page," and I was like, "Wait, I'm broke." So that ain't happening.
you're like, never mind.
Yeah, well, worth a shot,
Yeah.
right?
I'll buy you a bicycle.
So
I
yeah,
do have a
bike is
bike.
$100. It's actually not
I
bad.
do have a bike.
I was about to
I
say
got two bikes.
you do have a bike. I don't know
Damn.
I
why
got
you
two
bought
bikes. Remember?
bikes.
You want bicycle
Yeah.
armor?
You could actually up armor your
They have
bicycle.
Kevlar for my bike,
Yes.
so I can get
Mhm.
lit the hell up, but my bike's fine. Perfect.
I have a
Okay.
skateboard, so I mean,
You can mount a gun on a bicycle, I think.
Wait a minute, I heard about you. You've been skateboarding over your enemies? Bro, you're so cool.
no, not quite.
You're the coolest man I ever met. Just skateboard over
More of
them. You don't even need to
No,
hurt them. Emotional damage.
I
no,
traumatize them.
Chin, no, share what you did on your skateboard, Chin. I want you to say it.
Are we talking what he did in session 1?
Yes. Just spill the beans, Chen. Please.
I don't quite remember.
Yeah, you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be laughing so much. Stop laughing.
Oh,
Tell me.
because all I'm imagining is like me riding down an alley. I see a person like they're having all sorts of issues. I'm skateboarding along, stop, go down, heal, like fix them up, like street dock random bullshit, and then just keep on going.
Was that before or after you were skateboarding behind a taxi and then the taxi stopped and you crashed into it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But that's what he did in the first session. This was after he got in a heated discussion with Arthur Chan about who would ride in the trunk of the taxi. Until he like
I was
remembered,
gonna
oh
ask. You were
yeah,
also
I
in
have
the
a
trunk.
skateboard, and
It's like, oh yeah, I have this thing here.
and a skateboard surf behind the taxi until it stopped and failed the athletics roll and
Yeah.
slammed
No,
into the
look.
Athletics.
back
What's
of it.
He
athletics?
didn't fail. He didn't fail. It's kind of like when a car wrecks and you get ejected from the windshield. It's like, why'd I even want to be in the car? It doesn't work anymore. I'm exactly where I need to be.
That's kind of like what Arthur Chan said about the trunk.
Yeah. This is why you never wear your seatbelt, man. Get in a car crash, you're just out of the vehicle.
God. Okay.
They were
Alright,
fighting over the
so,
trunk, and it's like, oh, well, the
uh,
trunk sucks. Then why did you want it? I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, so this week's night market is held in Old Japantown. This is not where the Jade Dragons have their hideout at
Whew.
Chen, so you're safe
Okay.
for now.
All right. Because yeah, you know, good old panic
You just feel that sigh of relief.
It's like, I mean,
Yeah, for
when they lose their drug maker, they get very picky.
yeah,
You know, man,
but
this is their fault for getting to the withdrawal point. We're drug makers.
okay.
We don't deal with that.
Mm.
Yep, turn off token.
Old Japantown.
Okay.
I almost like the fact that I've never played Cyberpunk because I have no idea what any of this means.
Okay. So you all make your way over to Old Japantown. You know, some of you walk, some of you take vehicles that you forgot that you've picked up or bought. You know, bicycle, skateboard, walking. You know, all great ways to get your cardio for today. Okay. All right, I'll pull you to the street market. It is the middle of the day. This is just one of the maps of the module that I have.
Mm.
It is not night, it is day, so.
It is just dark.
Mega skyscrapers casting
Yep.
shadows.
So we're in Day City now then.
Yep. It's Night City. It's always dark. There's a lot of industrial pollution, and it's freaking California. It's smoggy as fuck. They cut down all the trees, skyscrapers. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
why do you think people always walk around with rebreathers? Smog is horrible today, bro. You're gonna die of lung cancer
that's
one way
why
or another.
they get the auto filtering lungs.
The Chinese are tougher than us, man. You ever
Yep.
seen pictures of Beijing? They walk, or they just bareback that. All that smog. Deep breath. Enjoy it.
There was an Onion article back when they were joking about the Chinese owning the newspaper, and their headline was, "Look at the inferiority of the American industrial might. You could see the sky."
Okay, yeah, why are these clouds not like the deepest, saddest gray taint I've ever seen?
Why is there still animals?
Yeah, why can you still eat the fish in their bodies of water?
That's because
The sad
there
thing
wasn't as
is
much
that
nuclear testing.
Nuclear
sad thing
testing?
is
What do you think this
now
is? 1974? Sorry.
the sad thing. No, I was just gonna make a comment. The sad thing is in Cyberpunk Red, if you want a pet, you can only buy them if they've been like clones or genetically modified because there aren't pets anymore. That's
What
the
you're
sad thing.
describing
That's
is
the
called
dark
a
future.
breeder. That's called a purebred. That's not a new thing.
No, there are literally no pets anymore. because of all the shit that's happened. There were no like domesticated animals. You can only like buy them as like exotic pets now. Even like normal animals.
Are they not domesticated? The exotics?
A genetically modified hedgehog.
GMO, genetically modified organism.
Well, besides the
I mean,
Yeah.
have you all ever seen like finger monkeys? We ain't too far off.
Those finger monkeys
I'm
are
just saying.
healthy, though.
Excuse
It's like,
me, what
I'm
did you
just
do to
saying,
the
like, you see
monkeys?
chihuahuas and whatnot. It's like, you think that's natural? Oh man, we did that.
Yep. What is for sale in the night market? Okay. So, basically, like the normal goods you would find Ramba in the like book. I forgot to roll for that as well. I prepped, but I forgot to prep that. I knew I forgot to do something.
Yeah,
Like,
I just
I
have a
prepped the
shopping
maps,
list.
I
I'm
had
just
everything done,
hoping
but
that's something of mine here.
yeah. You sent me your shopping list, didn't you? Yep, you did. There it is. There it is.
Anything at 500 and above has to be rolled for to be if it's available. That's why it's like, oh, we have to go to the store multiple times, people.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. I'll say like the things that are like the 100 cost things you'll be able to find. Like the things that are 500 or above, you'll just have to go some other time, unfortunately, Ramba. You'll be able to purchase the lower cost stuff.
Out of curiosity, man, if it's not like secret, like what kind of stuff are you buying? I'm just curious if there's like general use type items that would be good for any character type, because I don't really know the system as well as you do.
I mean, I was going to be looking to get some anti-smog breathing masks, so that's going to be available. Glow sticks and glow paints. Glow paint in case you want to cover up a camera and don't want to jam it. Duct tape, personal care pack. These are all just like 20s. And since I can't get any sort of guns, I'll just have to get these amplified hearings and voice stress analyzer and wait until I get the thing later.
Yep. I believe you all still have the link to the Cyberpunk core book, as well. And if not, I'll post it again after the session. Like anything that costs under 500 eddies, which I think is most just like general things, can easily be found literally in like a vending machine, literally like outside your building as well. That's like just general like everyday like items. It's only if you're looking for like very specific items you need to go to like a night market or find a fixer and like look. But yeah, so you're here for the two Doberman things. Okay. So you go up and down purchasing little, everyday items from, the merchants, see a bunch of normal people living their normal lives. You're getting kind of like side-eyed because, like it or not, you're getting, especially the party members, Arthur Chan, Chen, Alif, and the business, you all have a reputation. And you're pretty well known now. You appeared on late nights with Roxy, and kind of infamous, just everything. You're not the most important people. You each have a reputation of like 3, I believe. Yeah, 2 to 3, most of you. So you're up and comers in the cyberpunk world. But yeah, so Arthur Chan, the person you're supposed to meet, basically you're directed to basically meet in the darker corners of the night market to pick up your 2 Dobermans.
Oh boy, I trust that.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah,
Dobermans.
totally.
Well, very good.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Hey guys, anyone wanna come check out this dark corner? I gotta pick something up real
they'll
quick.
do.
It's a little sketchy,
I'll come with you.
1 second, almost done getting my stuff.
Cool.
I'm coming with you. Can you name one of your dogs Spike? Spike is a cool name for cool dogs, especially a Doberman.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah, right? Makes sense.
I'm gonna name them Chet and Brock.
Okay, so not Spike.
Gotcha.
Why?
Yeah, I'm thinking like gotta name them after dudes that do a bunch of steroids.
Archibald 12 gauge.
Archibald 12 gauge. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
What kind of name is that?
It's the name of our it is the name of the inventor of the shotgun. Okay, I don't know. Ignore me.
I remember when John 12 gauge invented the 12 gauge.
My name is John Exxon. That's like it's like what's your name? It's like Richard Lockheed Martin. It's like, okay, so I can tell you come from money.
Well, to be fair, there was the guy named Lockheed, and then there was Martin.
Yeah, which one came first? Was it Lockheed or Martin?
I think it was Lockheed.
Martin Lockheed. Martin Lockheed.
Yeah, my name is Martin Lockheed.
Alif,
Nice to meet you.
you're at one of the stands, and I'm assuming the rest of you, start heading toward one of the, dark corners to find.
I am
Yeah.
very quietly trying to sell some of this stuff to random passerbys.
Oh boy. Hey, aren't you that guy from the? No, I
No.
don't want drugs.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not him. I'm his twin brother.
I was gonna
No.
ask, like, what's the legality of any of this stuff? Do I have to be like closed about it, or can I just ask people if they want drugs? I don't know.
90% of the time, you can just go up to random people and say, "Hey, you want some drugs?"
Who's gonna give
I was gonna
enough of
say,
a
I feel like
fuck
the
to
city's
like
got bigger
snitch?
issues.
Yeah, society has bigger issues than stopping the drug dealers.
So this could be a networking thing. We just go around and just be like, "Hey, man, how much your person pay, or how much you paying for?" Like, I hook you up, bro. First time.
It's like,
Then we
I
cut
got
it
you.
with that, and also they're addicted for good.
Oh, you don't even have to do that
Why not?
because it's made with synth coke, which is basically cocaine.
I should get.
Honestly, we might be in a world where just selling straight up uncut weed might be the biggest money maker because it's so hard to find just like good stuff.
Good luck growing a plant.
Yeah.
That's what your landlady sells. She sells medicinal
Well,
marijuana.
I was gonna say we do greenhouses though. We don't need open air. We could make our own environment for it.
You give a
Mhm.
new meaning to greenhouse.
Yep.
Yeah. I
I'm
think I'm
just
going to
throwing
name the
ideas out.
dogs
Shin
Lockheed and
Chang's House
Martin.
of Green.
Yeah, Lockheed and Martin. And then our third dog is going to be named Saudi Aramco.
Man,
Okay, so Chen, I'll say you head over here. So Chris, are you going with Arthur Chan to pick up the Dobermans? Are you gonna
Yeah.
stand with Chen and
I'm walking with him.
sell the? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so Chen, how much are you selling your NZT 40?
Well, I'm splitting what would be a single dose into like 4 pieces. So like each dose would be 100. So yeah, like one dose is 100 eddies, but it's weaker than the standard, so it's like a sample type. Does that make sense?
Okay, sure.
So like whatever one dose I have on me, it's split 4 ways, and I'm selling those 4 ways for 100 each.
Okay. Make me, I guess, I don't even know what to put this under. Like, it's not really business. I no. I guess this would be more of a make me a streetwise roll. Difficulty 9.
All right, we're gonna add a point of luck to this.
There we go. Yep. Yep, the 100 seems about it's a fair, deal.
Well, with what I told you, like it takes like 200-300 just to make one dose, like a full dose. So
Yeah.
it's a designer drug.
I'll roll Yeah. I'll roll 3d20 for people who are like milling about the market for like how many people who come and like buy your drug today.
Alrighty. Can't sell to all of them.
24 times 100.
I don't have enough to sell to all of them. I only have 3 doses. So let's see, 3. That's 12. I can only sell to half of that. So 1,200.
Yep, so you make 12 sales. Yep. You make make 12 sales and you have 12 more interested people that you could possibly sell to in the future.
All right.
So
I'm getting
you have
rid of.
interested. You have an interest.
Yeah, I have an interested market.
Good job. Yeah, possibly. I don't know whether to be upset or ecstatic that you're possibly good at selling drugs. Like this is a mixed bag of feelings. Just yay? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, to the group that went off into the dark corner to pick up the 2 cyber dogs with the party
Boy.
that has no survival instincts.
Oh.
Wait, what did I
Situation.
miss? What's going on?
Chen sold drugs successfully and actually has quite a few interested people in his drugs,
Oh, Jesus.
surprisingly. And then Arthur Chan is possibly going to get murdered in a dark corner, but
You know, there's a reason
That's
I
neither
walked
here
with
nor
him,
there.
right? You say no survival instinct. I was sticking with him because I knew going to pick up 2 cyber Dobermans with no context might be sketchy.
you think? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
Slightly sketchy.
Don't worry, he's
you
got
head
John
off
Mercenary tagging
into
along with him.
this.
No, I got you, bro. Don't
Oh
worry.
shit, it's the guy from Dead Space.
We both think we both
Yep.
die.
Max tack.
I told you. Okay. So
These things aren't illegal, are they?
you head off into this. Technically, no.
It's like a used
But yeah,
car. It's
you
not
head
the
off
car.
into
It's
this.
who you're buying. Sorry.
Yeah, you head. Fine. Yeah, you head off into this darkened corner of the night market. There you find, sitting in there, kind of in, max tack gear. Kind of, it's max tack. You've probably seen them in old, news broadcasts. Where they've had to go after cyber psychos, other, armored individuals. Sitting there with two of the Doberman 500s that you've wanted to pick up. And funnily enough, they're kind of, they're tossing, little like rubber balls to them, kind of, treating them like actual little like, like dogs. Well, not little dogs, 'cause they're, huge fucking
Yeah.
police attack attack drones, but yeah, they're sitting there. This one will sit up, he'll look at you, and he'll say, right, you're Arthur Chan, right? You were interested in picking up a couple of these attack dogs.
Well, for home defense, of course. But yes, that's me.
Right, home defense. Right. Um. So, the price, 10K. There'll be 10,000 a piece.
Well, I can't argue with that. That's very reasonable. And I take it I don't have to house train them.
Like, yeah, you can't really tell. Like behind, he is wearing like a full face mask, but he said he kind of seems taken aback when you're like, oh, it seems reasonable. Kind of thinking you can get the idea. He's thinking like, gonna like negotiate.
He's ripping you off.
Can I interject for a moment?
I think that the price for these new is 15K, right? Or maybe I'm
Why would you
completely-
highball them?
Huh?
You
I'm not saying
even
that.
if you know it's the wrong price, you say 8. I heard it for 8, and then you negotiate
Hey
from
man,
there.
am I going to argue with Max Tack?
I don't know. Do you?
No.
Okay, well then, you know what? You obviously seem like you're more confident in this than me. I just want to point out that while we're doing this, I'm like eyeballing everybody and looking behind me. I got my thumbs hooked in my pocket.
These guys could
It's
turn
good
us
pop
to
back
mist before we notice they're moving.
No, you don't want that fight, but you just you don't want to immediately if they're offering 10, then you could easily get it for 8.
You know what? I'm going to offer 11.
You know what? If you want things to go down, yeah, let them know you have more cash on you than you were supposed to. Great
Exactly.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like a digital transfer, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, euro dollar. Good lord.
It's like cryptocurrency. Yo, hold up. Let me pull up Coinbase on my phone. Fucking
Yeah, everything's in a Robinhood account.
yeah. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna say how about 11? A little donation to Max Tax Operations.
Can I take over the negotiations?
No.
Trust me, please.
No.
You'd be doing yourself a favor.
I
He doesn't care about the money.
It's not about
You
the
should.
money. It's about sending
You
a
should
message.
care about the money. It's you're only sending the message that you're carrying way too much cash on you.
Listen, I'm giving a
You want me to
small
do-
donation to Max Tack
That's
because they do
like,
such great work in our
well, that's
in
like
our
you
community.
buy something on Amazon for $100, but pay $120 because Amazon just really needs that money, right?
I guess if Amazon was like out there with a counterterrorism operation,
You know that Jeff Bezos is poor.
Yeah, Max Tech is basically the SEAL Team 6 of the setting. That's why
Yeah.
he's scared.
I don't know
Yeah,
how much you
like-
know about Cyberpunk, but these guys are literally like,
I don't know a lot, but I just know enough to where, like, whether or not you're buying, it's business is still business.
that's true,
like,
but
You
this is a
so-
group of individuals you want to have a friendly
character.
relationship with.
Okay. Then there doesn't have to be any
Max
bad
Tack-
blood.
Yeah, like Max Tack is the group that you call in when things have gone like south, and this is like, you know, rampaging, like, you know, fully cybered up people that like could eat like, you know, fully automatic fire to the face, and, like, laugh it off and keep like running.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a group of people that you want to piss off.
These are like Max Tack would win a fight with the fucking Avengers
Okay, that
without
seems like a
lifting.
bit of an exaggeration, but I'll believe you. So I know, but what I'm saying is, like, whether or not they're like a huge, you think people don't cut you know, brokered cash deals every day with Blackwater? Of course they do. I'm just saying it's not. If they take
but-
offense and you just
okay.
say, "Oh, no offense," okay, I'm sorry, I'm edgy.
Okay. So, yep. Okay. So, all right. I'll go with the original 10K.
No, I'm
So,
serious about offering
10,000
them
a
11
piece.
with
Okay.
a little
So 11,000
donation on
apiece.
top.
Now, there's a citizen who knows, you know, we do a lot for this city. We don't get, you know, a lot of recognition, but you know, we always appreciate being recognized. You know, it's really hard to take care of this city. You know, we get knocked down. We never get thanked enough. You know. Well, no, he'll toss you like a, you know, the like, even in this
The
day and
car
age, there's
keys.
still like a paper handbook on how to use these things because like it's all based on like an app. Like, it's all based on like an H on your, like, you have to download an app to use
Oh,
them,
yeah.
essentially.
Some things never change.
Yeah. And I'm not even shitting you. Like, it says, like, because like the Doberman, it's the Doberman 500 is what it's called, and it's linked to your agent. Like, it's a drone that's linked to your agent, your cell phone, and it will basically patrol around you. And yeah, the only thing is, the fucking item in, you know, in this module is not fully fleshed out, so we have to refer to the freaking fucking book
Oh, great.
because the Foundry module is not fully fleshed out, and at this point it's been abandoned on Foundry because everything moved over to Roll20, and Roll20
Oh,
can eat my metaphorical nuts. I'm not play on Roll20.
yeah. I'd
I
literally
despise
rather
that system.
cut a
I
finger
despise
off.
that Roll20. Despise that tabletop system. But
Although I'm now just as disgusted with him
but
as
yeah.
with Roll20. I hated Roll20 up to the point where I forked over $50 for Ghost to get Foundry.
I hated Roll20 so much I forked
Yep.
over $50 for myself to get Foundry when people I know already had it and offered to let me use it.
I feel bad. I only worked over 25 and split the cost with Cody for an extra license for Foundry. That makes Ghost even a bigger piece of shit because you bought the full license for him.
Yeah, just a quick side note. What I should have done is I should have had I should have just like had the license for myself and let him use the license, and then when he revealed his true hand, I just disabled the license so he's screwed. But unfortunately, I wasn't sharp enough to do that in advance. But I mean, I got Emily out of it, so that was still a win.
Yep. But yeah. So in total, for the two Doberman 500 splits, that will be $22,000. So 11,000. And you should be able to put the item on your sheet.
Oh God!
What?
I just set my balance to 22,000.
I made
Okay,
that mistake in a previous session, or a similar mistake.
Oh, thank goodness it keeps the
Keeps a history.
the transaction history.
They
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. All right. So how do I put this on my sheet?
If you go to the items tab and search Doberman or Dober, it should pop up. Or go to the black chrome
Oh, okay.
folder.
I see. I just stuff them into my pocket.
You trap him in a Pokeball, and you're like, Doberman 500s, I choose you.
Do you imagine Pikachu being thrown out and he just gets torn to shred by two cybernetic Dobermans?
I hadn't thought about that up until now, but now
Man,
I like that.
That's unfair, man. You're rude.
I'm gonna need Chin to like modify their chompers with like needles that
Inject them with.
I don't know, just straight up fent.
So what you're saying is you want me to modify them to basically cause a drug-induced coma.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a lot easier to maul someone when they're actively overdosing on opioids.
God. Something you could also purchase, if you would pick up an air pistol, you could actually pick up a special a special ammunition type, a marking scent, where if you spray someone with it, the Dobermans can actually then track them like later down the line if they would like flee from you. Because
Interesting.
as with most as with the dark future that this is, these Dobermans were originally developed for riot control purposes, because nothing says a riot control like a giant dog-shaped drone with very heavy melee weapon teeth that can bite and chew
I'm
and
not gonna fuck
destroy.
with that. If I'm out riding and all of a sudden the giant robot dogs show up, I'm gonna calm the fuck down.
You're like, I didn't do it.
Man. Maybe what was in the Epstein files isn't so bad, guys, right?
Oh no, man, it's pretty bad.
I don't know. Maybe that big robot dog is really convincing me.
Hey, you might fall for it, but I won't. Hey, man, they stop fucking them. I'll stop talking about it.
But yeah, you have successfully purchased two Doberman 500s. Feel free to rename them if you want. I was actually thinking about that as I was writing up, like how you would, like the scenario of how you bought them, and I was for some reason thinking Fluffy and Fido. I don't know why, but that would be like the most ironic names for like fucking Dobermans. Just like
Lockheed
the
and
most
Martin.
like
Bark and bite.
cutesy
Lockheed and
names.
Martin.
Lockheed
Yeah.
and Martin.
I mean, to be fair, they are both products of the military-industrial complex.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yep.
also,
Okay.
seriously, though, is it really impossible to get like an actual dog?
I think
You
robots
can
are
get a
cheaper.
dog. You
just had to have been
would just have
cloned.
to pay like, yeah, you have to pay like luxury prices for it.
Okay, how much is a luxury price? I'm sorry, I don't have the book pulled up.
Like 5,000 plus. And that's just the base. If you want any extras, it's additional.
What do you mean extras? I mean a dog. It's a dog.
It's like,
You
do you
can-
maybe I
want
just
a
can have
different
understood.
color or
Do you want it to have cyberware? Do you want it to have like, you know, reinforced claws, reinforced teeth, reinforced jaws?
Do you want it to not be a
I'll share
chihuahua?
the supplement where
Well, I don't know exactly. What I mean is,
pay
like, when I
extra.
adopt a dog, like, I guess maybe this is a bad line of question, but I just figured, like, you go into an adoption center, it's like, yep, that's the dog I want, and you just leave with it. I don't know. But
Like centers like that no longer exist. Because
yeah, I get
all
that, but
like between pollution and like diseases and stuff, like essentially domesticated like pets and even like animals used for like food and stuff, like they no longer exist because of pollution and like disease. Like
I
everything
guess my
has been
real
like
question. I guess my real
killed.
question is, like you say, add reinforced teeth. Add reinforced to what though? Like, are we talking about a Chihuahua or are we talking about a Doberman? Because
any kind?
yeah, well, I also just feel like I don't know if you're getting a dog, none of that should be questions. But I don't understand Cyberpunk, so
Like Cyberpunk at its core is like think like 80s and 90s, like excess, like cocaine
Utopian
fuel.
future.
are we talking like
Excess.
1984
Yeah.
George Orwell Big Brother?
Yes.
Like, okay. Now I have a better idea where it's just like, yes, the peasants can chew
Like Blade
gum
Runner
and still
type
be
shit.
hungry. But okay.
Okay. So I will make these tokens invisible. So we've handled that transaction. Okay. All right. So as you're wrapping up your purchases, and I'll say that these guys have rejoined each other. Say a couple hours have passed. I will jump back over to Deanna for a second. And then yep. So this will be your like final, like, you know, last thing you say to Hancock before you leave Arasaka. This is after you've had like the stuff like removed. You know, no more. You know, you can tell Hancock to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
You know,
Also,
activate the kill switch in your
just in
brain.
advance, the background information on De-Caf, or I guess Deanna now, and her extended family. Would I have been able to wipe all that from their system just so they can't potentially use that against me later? Or would they have done that automatically?
That would be wiped as soon as you're like, as soon as
Okay.
they terminate your like employment, they'll wipe your.
All right, good. So,
Yep.
honestly,
So this is after you've had like the stuff removed and deactivated. This is like, so, yep. So this is like a final like meeting between you and Hancock before you exit Arasaka.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not even sure. I mean, unless he has something specific to say to me, I'm not even sure I want to even talk to this guy.
Yep. Yeah. So, Hancock, he'll call you into his office one last time. He's sitting at his desk, very, smug as usual.
She answers,
Say, well,
clenching her
your
one
debt has
fist.
been paid. Yep. De-Caf, or rather, Miss, uh, Miss Cafero. Your employment with Arasaka was, though brief, has been. You were an excellent employee, and I'll be sad to see you go.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I'm not sure where you're going, but I wish you the best. Is there anything else you need before you leave?
Out of character, is he alluding to anything that would be sort of like an inside thing between the two of us? Or is he just saying that as like false formalities? Like insincere, sort of. Like, I don't know which of the two it would be.
Um, Mainly just like false formalities, like just very like like fake, like like fake smile, like fake, you know, thank you for working here, you know, basically like here's the exit pitch, and then like in 5 minutes, like I'm gonna say get the fuck out of my office politely. He's
Um,
basically just asking you like, oh, is there anything else I can do for you? Kick you to the curb since you've served your purpose. Since you've served your purpose. I can't speak worth shit today, but
what she says is, I mean, to the effect of, um, like, um, just trying to get my thoughts together because it's kind of a lot to unpack unexpectedly. She basically just, um, straight up tells him to his face that, um, after all you've done to me and the negative effect that you've had on my life, um, all I can say is that I, at some point, hope to return the favor. I'll be going now, Anthony. And she turns her back and marches out of the office. Like, she content to have the last word. And also, unseen by him, smirking because she knows that she is absolutely going to rain hell down on him with the information that she has on him. And then
nice.
she actually says, um, in like, because there's no way in hell he would understand it. He overhears her say, I can't remember what the exact phrase in Latin, but she says, "What goes around comes around," in earshot, and like, basically she says that like at a distance to where he can hear it, but by the time he potentially says, "What's that supposed to mean?" Boom, door slams. She is very much trying
Nice.
to fill him with the same doubt and terror that he's tried to inflict on her. Um, so yeah, so she takes her leave, um, and immediately, I mean, and she runs kind of like an internal diagnostic on herself and confirms that yes, all the tracking devices and kill switches and stuff are gone.
Yep.
Perfect. So she is going to um, transmit the as promised, transmit like Arthur Chan's boss. He gets a notification on his agent with a pass key, um, which I mean he would hopefully be smart enough to pick up on the fact that that's what corresponds to the data that she gave him. And she also sends a message, "I'm on my way."
All right. Nice.
So, or do we fast forward to like when
Okay.
she gets there,
So,
or?
So you go over there. We'll cut back over to the rest of the party at the market.
Okay. I do want to mention there is another specific scene that I don't
So
think we talked about that I do want to have at some point in this session. I can DM it to you if you want to know in advance.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely do that.
All right, we'll
Okay.
do.
So, okay. So this scene will be kind of setting up. This will probably be like a next session thing. I realize because like the pacing for this session is kind of a little bit wonky. But this is basically the art gallery kind of like next big kind of like mission for the party. But yeah, as you guys are gathering your purchases, Arthur Chan is testing out the new capabilities for his for Lockheed and Martin. You know, you named one of the dogs Martin. Have the business party, whose name is Martin, I believe. Unless he just goes by the business. It's like changed his name to just be the business. I'm not sure.
Biz for short.
That's funny.
Lockheed and Martin.
Yeah.
Really good question. Never thought about it.
But
No correlation.
yeah. But yeah, you're gathering up your purchases, possibly discussing, oh yeah, it's like noon, maybe we should just, maybe we should grab a bite to eat, when you see, like, near this kind of, the sushi spot, you see someone, like, waving you over, trying to get your attention.
Oh, he even looks more miserable and pathetic than Arthur Chan.
Listen here, motherfucker.
How dare you talk shit? That's my boy.
Well, I mean, he has that same like sullen expression, like
I will
sagging.
fucking end you. Do not talk shit about my boy.
But yeah, you see a guy over there, like, kind of doing the thing where he has his, like, collar pulled up, even though it's in the middle of the fucking day, so it's not like he's hiding. He just came out of, like, this really, like, bright, like, restaurant. Has his collar pulled up, kind of like, waving you over, trying to get your attention.
Oh,
what
boy.
was the party do?
Uh,
Or, like, the people there do.
Who the fuck does this guy looks like someone? Strange looking man.
I see him every time I look in the mirror in the morning.
He looks like
just
any
look at
portrait
him.
of a Soviet soldier after World War II. You know when you take the photo op and like their eyes are just devoid? It's like, yeah, you can tell that boy's on the Eastern Front. Yeah,
This
Yeah,
motherfucker was at
Yeah, there's, like, a
Stalingrad.
bigger, better.
like
There's a better, like, look at
21
him.
million, and he is one of the few that made it out. 21 million dead.
This guy, he has a second cigarette like in his mouth that he's chewing on.
And then he's gonna die of a
he's
heart attack, and
definitely
it's gonna be
changed.
deemed natural causes when he dies of a heart attack. Because
Dude
yeah, he
has-
smoked cigarettes his whole life, but it's
He's
something
got
else. You
tons
just
of
know it.
metal in his body, and only some of it is cybernetics.
Yeah, the majority of it's lead.
Oh god. I'm having flashbacks to fucking introduction of Gianna Sorudi. Fucking Uncle Touchy. Like the
Yeah.
introduction.
It's never gonna
Just
get
the
that
roasting of this NPC. I know. But yeah. So Arthur Chen, the business, Alif, and Chris, you're being, waved over by this very shady
I'm very
looking
confused on why he has waved me over.
I am the first to walk up, and I introduce myself. Hey, how's it going, sir? How you doing? What's up?
No, could be better.
Really, what's up? What's going on?
You did wave us over here.
That I
Yeah,
did.
we're all over here. I'm the first to speak.
I don't have
Stop.
any spare change.
No, shut up. I'm talking. What's up, bro? What's going
I
on?
didn't say that.
What's your situation?
I find that rather insulting, Arthur Arthur Chan. But you you're that crew I saw on Late Nights with Roxy, right? That you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And maybe we are, maybe we aren't. I mean, what's the context on what do you mean? Explain.
We charge for autographs.
Sure, we do.
Oh no, I don't want no autograph. But hey, why don't I buy you lunch? You know, my treat.
What do you want? Tell us right now that maybe we can go to lunch.
Oh, it's nothing I want, but it's what you want.
I don't think
We're
so.
speaking way too much in metaphor. Look, we'll go to lunch. I just
Cut
expect
the
you to be more
chase
direct when we
and
get there.
time is money, Chum. Come on.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I get
Time-
that, but like, if we go to lunch, are you going to be more cryptic, or are you going to tell us what we need to do?
You're gonna have to unfold here a little bit, guy.
Yeah, just a bit, just a bit.
Right. Okay, right. Like the little lady said there. Time is money, and well, we're burning it talking right here. I have a job, and you look like the people for this job. See, tonight is the Night City art appreciation event, and I need some people go in, cause a little bit of trouble, do some vandalize some exhibits, you know, cause a little bit of trouble, and I've heard your reputation, and
You mean my reputation, not theirs, mine.
No, she means our reputation, and we want a 10K deposit. Rest of it
So-
will be at the end.
So you're telling me you looked at us and your first thought was street vandals. Is that right?
No, I ain't talking about no street vandals. That's child's play. If I wanted a street vandal, I'd go up to I'd go up to. I was about to say something, but I was about to say
Okay, I
I would go
thought I
up
was
to the
talking.
kids playing
If
on
you know
the
who we are,
sidewalk and ask
if
them
you know
to
who
do
we
it.
are,
God, it's Uncle
But-
Tyson.
if you know
is
who we
back.
are, and you know that we're serious, I want to see money on the table right now. Do you have 10K on the table right now? Otherwise, you ain't worth time.
Sounds
I'm
like
serious
Well,
about
look at
it.
you, Chris.
Doing a,
Are you worth our time?
Like,
negotiating here.
No, are you worth our time? Or are you going to deposit 10K on the table right now? We'll do whichever you want to do, but we want to make sure that you're not BSing us.
Yeah. If we're gonna do this and then you're gonna offer us $5,000 or something ridiculous.
No, man, I work in Bain in the county, and I want to see money up front.
Yeah.
I know how this works. So we good? We're good for anything if you got money. Money's money. I don't
We
even
want this
care.
job done right.
I do
You have
not
to
care
back
what
up.
the rest is. I want the money up front, though. That's how you know we're serious.
I
I want to see that.
Yep. I like this group. Straight and to the
Yep.
point. Yeah. I can do
Let me
I
see
can
it.
do 10K a person. See
I didn't even say that. I
give you
just
the
wanted to
details,
deposit
but
10K. But that's perfect.
Just means
You know what?
he
You know,
wants.
if you're gonna put all that cash on the table, then let's see it. We ain't scammers. So you know what? As long as we know you're
one at a
liquidable.
time, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like one at a time, like speaking. Like, yep. Finish what you're saying, Trumbledore, and then.
No, I was just saying. I didn't say 10K a person, but if you have 40K for us liquidable cash, then I know we're a good deal because you got the money up front. But we can we can talk about that. I just want a 10K deposit so we know that you're not no broke. You're just trying to, shove us the wrong way. But once you have that 10K, we'll give you a price.
We just want to see you got money to work with. That's
Yeah.
all.
Because I don't even want to talk to you if you don't got
Well-
10K cash. Yeah.
Well, I never said it'd be 10K in cash. Just want to clarify that for you.
I'm saying it is.
But
Cash is
I'm
very
saying
hard
it
to
is.
come by in
You're-
No,
Cyberpunk.
I'm saying it is. Okay, no, you're right. It's Cyberpunk. Is physical cash just phased out? But we got to have some proof of
They
ledger,
only got
right?
Edwards now.
Can we get
He
a
can.
bank? Can we get a bank issued note for 10K? You know what I mean? That's a thing, right? I'm sure that's a thing.
It's electronic transfer.
Yeah, think like
Okay.
Bitcoin.
No, I don't want to think about Bitcoin, but I will think about like a bank note for 10K. Okay, perfect.
Listen,
Then let's go and talk.
let me tell you about the job, and then decide if you want to take it or not.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Tonight is a charity function at one of the bigger art galleries in town. Well, one of the few that's still standing up, right? You dig me? And what I want you to do, while all the big wigs in town are still, are up in there, sipping champagne, eating caviar, whatever the hell they eat, I want you to go up in there, cause a ruckus, cause some panic, break some of the art that they're bidding on, don't cause any real bodily harm, rubber bullets and all that, nothing lethal, nothing that's gonna kill nobody.
This guy wants non-lethal.
Yeah.
So no work.
Yep. I want you to go in there, cause some panic, break some, slash some art, break some sculptures, no
Like this?
blood, no death.
Okay, so any more details, or do you want me to immediately break into how much this is going to cost you?
It's gonna cost you.
Because here's the thing: you made a mistake by saying high-paying clients. What you're asking us is to drag a lot of attention, and that's a lot of money. Because we're talking about
That's
people
the
who are
whole
paying a
point.
lot of money. Well, I know, but I said 10K on the table, and then you said this. That number just went up. That number
You want
just
us
went
to
up.
piss off every powerful person in the city.
Yeah, this is you are what
pennies.
you're asking for. It's not a directly dangerous job, but what you're asking for is a lot of liability. You have to understand that. Let's think. How much? Oh God. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. So, give me a breakdown. Who are we expecting? I need to know who these people are and who we need to make sure that we do not hurt. We need that info.
Well,
Yeah.
he said don't hurt anybody, so
Yeah, I get that, but realistically, what you're asking for is a terrorist attack. And the idea that you're asking for a lot here. I need to know who our high paying clients are, what kind of like crowd we're looking at here. So how we go about this. We want quick and
Well,
clean, I get that.
like, yeah. So the people who will be at the art gallery tonight, because it is like a charity function. Like you go there, you bid on art pieces, and like raise money for charity. The people
Mhm.
who will be attending are like actors, actresses, like news anchors, like those type of people. Like people who have like tons of money they can spend, and like the more they spend, the more charitable they look. And basically, like out of character, like better the job, so better explain it. Um, basically, he
So
wants you
let
to
me.
go in, cause a scene, and you know, basically, tell people that you know, people in Night City, you know,
You
you know,
want them to feel unsafe where they thought they felt safe.
yes.
That's what you want. Okay. There's a lot of ways we can go about that. Do you care how it happens, or do you want to make sure that they do not feel safe in this city? Because there's a lot of ways we can go about that. Are you specific, or
Well, I'm hiring you specifically to, disrupt this, gallery showing tonight.
I understand you're specifically hiring us to disrupt and scare, but what I'm saying is, do you have a way about that you want that to be executed, or do you want us to make sure that they do not feel safe in this city again? Make sure it happens. Because I figure by the time we're more experienced to this than the average person are. We'll make
I'm
sure
a
they don't come
professional
back.
terrorist.
We can guarantee you that they will never step foot in this city again. Guarantee. And God as my witness, if I fail that, you can crucify me.
Few people believe in God. Side note.
I can't imagine in Cyberpunk they killed off Christianity. You can't kill God.
The man can dream, though.
I mean, Cyberpunk 2020, there was like, I forget, but let's not get into that. So what it boils down to is, do you guys want to do the job or not for
We
the
got you
city?
covered.
Is what he'll ask you.
But you never answered my question, by the way. Do you
So
have a specific way you want it done, or do you want to make sure that they're out of the city? We won't hurt anybody. I'm just asking, like, from a economic perspective. Can we just do this the most efficient way possible, or do you have a specific way?
basically, I just want you to go in there, you know, essentially, like, what he'll lay out for you is he wants you to, basically go in there, like, he wants you to, get into the gallery, act like you're, there for the event, then, disrupt it, break some stuff, and then get out. That's all you have to do.
I think
He'll leave
Mhm.
it up to you. Go ahead, Rob, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say is I'll just bring my amplifier and just play music there. Done.
Ma'am, if you're good on the money, we will make sure that they're scared. Promise you that.
Yeah. And if it comes down to it, you don't even have to, like, shoot anyone. All I want is,
Nope.
destroy some art, cause a
Ma'am,
disruption, and then get the hell out.
ma'am, we don't kill people for free. Don't worry.
So, straight up, I'm not touching this with a 10,000-foot pole.
I think you're wrong on that.
I'm like a public figure and
Okay.
executive at like a large corporation.
It'll probably get larger.
Well,
Deanna.
Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have to be involved in this, but you still know who we are. So there's that, right? But I mean, look, man,
It depends. Does the business also want to do this? Like, we have to check to see if the rest are, as we're talking through our agents without talking to him.
okay, that's my bad. I wasn't aware of that. But I'm working on a good deal with us. I feel like I've done good so far.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just like I think this is supposed to be just a simple 2K job, and we're just overcomplicating it.
A simple 2K job to bomb an event with high ranking like corporate figures, I think you're
Yeah,
underestimating
because
that.
I said
we're
bomb. I
supposed to be
never
the dumb.
said bomb.
No, out of character. We're the dumb gonks that's going to be the distraction to be killed by the security. He has something else planned.
No, because here's the thing. I know you didn't say bomb it, but I'm not even saying bomb them, but I'm saying we want to scare them, right? So what we need is realistically 50 pounds of C4 at like an 80-meter blast radius. You know, we can figure it out.
Okay, Satan.
Do we
Uh-huh.
even know a fixer to get that? That's the problem.
No, I'm saying we're not killing anybody. However, we want charges set. We want them to feel
We're
unsafe.
not going to kill anyone. We're just going to blow them
Well,
up.
you're overcomplicating it. Just
No,
walk
no, no,
in
no.
with glow spray paint, sprayy paintings, and get out.
Except for mine.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put all of my. I'm gonna take like 100 bags of pop rocks and put them in like a Mentos and like Coke combining. I'm just gonna throw it at the crowd and run. Good luck.
Yeah,
That
like
level of stuff is what he's asking for.
yeah,
But
like
No, it's
he's not
really
we could
asking
not. So
for
purchase
you
like
really just want to scare them like
uniform.
ooga la booga, just run in, dress like a, or I could just strip down and run in there naked and scare everybody off.
yeah,
Yeah.
Do we really do it that
exactly.
easy?
yeah, like my idea is just to go in and just cause lots of bad music, and it's just like
Yeah,
Okay,
we're the
then I
distraction.
got you on this. Then I got you on this. No problem, bro. I'm just commit like a public indecency crime. If that's really the straightest way out of this, then I'll do it.
yeah, no, we're not that black trench coat.
Really?
No.
Why can't we be though?
Nah, I think the tone of the campaign
There's
is
not going
more
to be any
coming from
children
Hawk.
at this event, right?
We don't know if there's any children. Nobody's giving us any details. That's the thing. There might be one kid there or something. I'm not trying to kill no kids.
Well, yeah, but
Okay,
if you're
you
going to be
want to go
running in all naked, you know.
incognito, and this is me telling them in there, we're going back to the night market, and you're purchasing smog masks to cover your faces. And then you're also getting a different set of clothes. That's going to be 100 eddies each.
Yeah.
This was a lot more, a lot less fun than I was expecting it to be.
Why don't we just find some like street scum and be like, yo, 500 eddies if you go in there and like break shit.
Bro, what you're describing is an assassination pyramid scam. They did this in China. It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
I'm
Well,
aware.
here's the thing. He's thinking we're gonks and going to accept the job because he has a much more professional team lined up, and they need a distraction to do their job, and we're the
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah,
They're
and
going to
then you
assassinate
realize what
us.
happens, right? They then
Yeah, we get killed.
hire another deploy team, which hires another deploy team. We by you starting it, you've become the top of that pyramid. Who's to say they won't do the same? I know I'm being too deep for a D&D game. I'm just
Oh no. I'm just saying is once the job's done, we're gonna get killed.
No, we're not. We're gonna kill them.
It's attempted murder, which is different than
Break
actual
break
murder.
through
Rule
the
number one in
conditioning,
this sort
brother.
of world is unless you can vet the person through a fixer,
No,
always assume they're gonna
here's the
double
thing.
cross you.
Here's the thing. I wasn't planning on doing it until you immediately said that. You've basically turned me into a cartel member where you've just planted that seed of doubt in my mind, and now we have to kill
Okay.
them.
Why
Okay.
would we have to
So
kill them if we didn't accept the job? We could just be like, nah, this ain't our business. Let's do something else.
But then they'll kill us then, right?
okay.
No.
So
Nope.
I think we've had the
So,
definition
yes or
of
no?
what we
Sorry.
need to do, and
We're doing
that's
the
what
job.
we do.
We're doing the
Go for
job.
it.
I'm not doing this.
okay. So yes, you're
Wait.
okay. So Litz is out because he's afraid it's gonna tank his
I'm in.
reputation. Correct.
I'm in.
Among other things, yeah.
Okay. You are still free if you would like to attend the gallery opening because you are like offered an invitation like through your job because you are like high paying exec through Zarafa. if you would like to attend the event.
Yeah, I'll show up. I'll be there.
Okay. Like Ramba or like Alif said, if you want to purchase like, the mask that will hide your face, then extra clothes, like altogether, I'll say like 100 eddies, like pocket change. Okay. So who is gonna, take part in the, you know, go
Me.
in and be
I'll do it
annoying
solo.
plan in the art gallery?
I'll do it solo if nobody else.
So Arthur is not gonna do
No,
that.
Trumbull. Trumbull.
So Chris is going to go. Let me just
Arthur, you really not
I'll
sticking
draw the
with me?
line in the sand of who's gonna go and who's not gonna go. Okay. So
I think
Chris
Arthur.
is gonna
Real
go.
quick, I'm
Arthur's
sorry,
not.
but I want to convince Arthur. Arthur, you there?
No, I'm not doing it. Give up.
Why
It's a
not?
waste of time.
Why?
You already
We're
said
we're
why.
blowing a bunch of time on this already. Like, I'm not going to be convinced. Let's just move on.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So Chris and Alif, um, Chin and the business. Are you going to join Alif and Chris? You gonna,
I'm
stand down?
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and be different and not my normal psychotic self.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Okay.
I'm trying to
Okay.
be a
So
good boy.
I'll put you on Arthur's side, and then
Yeah.
okay.
I'll bring you to the event.
The
I'll give you
business.
like an extension.
I'm his plus one.
Yeah.
John, this gift that I just posted is is Jen. I'm a good boy now.
I'm sorry for wasting y'all time.
Oh, I love
Sorry if
some
I took too much
Pinterest.
time.
So, is this a thing with Roxy or not? Because
Yes, like you will receive an invitation to go if you would like. She does want you there as her big protector.
yeah, so she's going to be there. Well, I would
Yes.
say that that's a really good opportunity for me to be her bodyguard and protect her from all the mayhem that is going to be caused. What?
All right. Okay,
You see where I'm going with this?
write this in my notes.
Earn your pay for sure.
Clever.
Nice. Okay.
Did you say lover?
So
I said clever.
Oh, clever.
As in, that's a clever idea.
Okay.
From what I understood, she's got plenty of the other ones.
What's one more?
Yep. Okay.
That's
so,
what she said.
For the event, the business,
Yes.
Roxy will have sent to the apartment a full high fashion wear, suit, jewelry, shoes, and all for you, like a full outfit,
Okay.
which is it's tailored perfectly. You look very dashing, very handsome, and it's just very tight. Most of it's leather. She has a very very specific sense of fashion, and you look very
Yes.
cool.
Sorry.
For some odd reason, when you said leather, I thought
You-
gimp suit.
All I
No,
can do
that's
is sit
for
here and shake my
the
head. Oh my god.
it's in fashion right now. It's you're gonna be freezing your ass off because it's the middle of January. Like
Okay.
it's not really cold because it's California, but it's what's in fashion right now,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Emily, can I? So my heavy pistol says a concealable heavy pistol. So can I conceal it despite the fact that apparently the suit is very tight?
Yes, you're able to conceal it.
Okay.
And you are going as a bodyguard, and most bodyguards are armed, so you probably do have like a you do have like a
You're
suit jacket, so you probably have like an under holster.
Yeah,
So
shoulder holster
you know,
and yeah, that's right. That's right. And
yep.
the light melee weapon, did we agree what that was? Is it is it a bat or is it what was it?
Brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles. Thank you.
Brass knuckles.
Okay.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay.
Can I use? Okay. Can I name them as such or?
Um, I don't think you can. Are
Okay.
you able to edit? If anything, you might just make it like a note. If you go to like the life path section on your character sheet, you can just make a note of it, like what the light melee weapon is,
Yep. Got it.
like
Will do.
for
Thank you.
yourself. Cool. Okay. So, all right. So one more scene we will have. Kill him. The time going now. One more scene we will have before we end today is we will go back to De-Caf.
Or Deanna, rather.
Okay. One more. Yeah. Sorry. I'm juggling so many things. I'm slowly scrambled. Okay. So look at it once more.
Because, yeah, she was heading
There we go.
back to the
Okay. So
office to meet the guy.
Chucky, hello.
yep. So Deanna, you head back in to meet with Romanovich. Yep. You find him at his desk. He's going over. He's going over the files. He's decrypted. You walk in and go ahead.
So I assume I walk in and I see him looking over the files still, or is he doing something else?
Yep. Like he's looking over the files. Look up when you walk in. He'll give you a big smile and he'll say, Miss Scafero, just the person I was hoping to see.
And
Now,
she,
please have a seat.
yeah, she sits down and seeing what he's reading, she says that by this point it would I hope it would be clear that I am a cyborg woman of my word.
That you are. This is very, very interesting. I can see why Arasaka, hired you. Or rather, acquired you. But that is in the past now. And I'm glad we could have you on board. But I'm sure you have questions, yes?
Um, well, she asks, I mean, what's your plan for dealing with, like, what is your strategy to do with this information? Like, do you have any kind of plan to, you know, either knock down Arasaka or make yourself taller, and in either case, do anything about Anthony Hancock?
All in due time, Miss Cafero. Don't you worry about that.
And she says, "Oh, I'm far from worried. I'm enjoying this far too much."
Oh, I'm sure you are. But yeah. this is a, you know, this is a, you know, this is a game that, all of the corporations in Night City play. We have to make small movements, but in time, with, small movements that at the end of the line, will make big, far-reaching changes. For now, I'll put my, my best people on gathering information.
Didn't
I really want
you
to
just?
stick at home to that.
Sorry.
Well, even more to like gather like, additional dirt on him. Like because like this is just the tip of the iceberg what you found. Because what other secrets are they hiding?
Right.
Especially like the CEO, they must be doing other like shady shit.
Well,
Is what he's like getting at.
my line of thought is just, I mean, the fact
Sorry.
that I hacked into his terminal like with his access, and he's the CEO, is he not?
He's like one of like the big CEOs, yeah.
Oh, so is there
There's like
like a
other like
board?
parts of the company that they need to investigate. Yeah. Like
Okay.
there's a board of like people.
Board of directors.
Yeah. So still, I mean,
Yeah.
he's still like,
Yes. Thank you.
whatever percentage of the higher structure. So I mean, like at least anything on him, I would think that I would have gotten like, scrape the barrel of any kind of information about him specifically, because it's like if he was involved in incriminating shit, he probably wouldn't have told his like um, his colleagues. Like he would have just kept that stuff to himself, and I
Yeah.
basically exposed all of that, or I would have thought.
Yep. Yeah. Well, essentially what, our next step after this, we found this information. Um well, we have our ways. Well, a little bit of a, he'll kind of like lean close to you. Kind of, the cat's out of the bag. Every big corporation in Night City does corporate espionage. They all have their spies. We're gonna send more spies into Arasaka, whittle them down from the inside, you know, have like the one like bit of rot in the system, continue to like destroy it until it, falls apart from the inside. You've planted that seed, Miss Cafaro. You have my sincere thanks.
You have mine.
And, with that seed planted, um, there will be a day when, Arasaka crumbles the weight of its own corruption. And, that will start with Anthony Hancock.
I would really hate to be that guy.
Yeah.
Be the downfall of an entire corporation.
I'll share uh what Deanna discovered after the session because it's quite a doozy. I had a lot of fun writing up what a skeezy son of a bitch Hancock is.
Yeah. Well, the only caveat, I mean, I'm fine with you
It's
sharing it, but
very
it was, I mean, it wouldn't
well,
be in character
Arctic.
knowledge.
Yeah, it would be out of character knowledge. Definitely. But yeah. Um yeah, we'll just as usual, additional information gathering. We'll probably place you at the head of a task force to basically bring down Arasaka from within.
She
I'll
raises a
have you
finger at
speak
that
with.
to object. She says, I appreciate the job offer, but I'm probably the last person that you should task with infiltrating Arasaka.
Okay. Yep. Right. Sorry, I misspoke. But yeah, we have our people on it. On Monday, I will send you an information packet about, salary and benefits as you are, you know, officially being brought on through Rafa. And beyond that, do you have any questions or concerns for me,
Well,
Miss Cafaro?
um, well, she says, well, first of all, she says that, by this point, you may refer to me as Deanna if you so choose. But in terms of the one thing that she just straight up admits to is that she says that you definitely seem infinitely better than Anthony Hancock in the few hours I've known you compared to the 5 years or so I've known. Well, I don't remember how long it's been. I know it's been a while that she's been like a slave to Arasaka. Um, but she says that she just got out of one uh, seemingly inescapable contract, and she's very paranoid about officially signing on to anything. Like she says like if you have a contract, she will definitely look it over and make sure there isn't any kind of um, like technicality that could screw her over if she was ever on bad terms with Sarafa for some reason. She doesn't outright say that, but she um, like considering that the contract that she was basically bound to, she probably memorized every word of it. So she would be inspecting it word by
Okay.
word for any kind of. I mean, if you want to just say that there isn't anything that would potentially have her bound under some kind of loophole, that's fine. But that is very much something that she's checking before she makes any kind of deal.
I will get back to you on that because I need to reread the company, like, the information in the core book about Zarafa. Like, the main thing I remember is that, like, the official, like, head of Zarafa used to be, like, a Russian, like, um, basically, like, a spec ops dude who used to do, like, shady shit during, the four. I don't remember exactly if they're, like, super shady or not, like, I'm sure they are, but I'll put a pin in that and get back to you,
All
Cody.
right. Because until you do,
But
she says that I for the time being I won't sign any sort of contracts, but if there are any offers for if you need like what am I trying to say, like an off the book um slicer, like basically she's saying like somebody that wouldn't necessarily be traceable to Zarafa to like hack into somebody or infiltrate a facility or something, then she would agree to that as like a backroom sort of deal, like no kind of paperwork or anything that would connect her to Zarafa or Zarafa to her actions, that kind of thing. Like she says that she would make that kind of deal like a spoken deal, but right now not any written deals until she gets a copy of a contract that she can inspect.
all right, sounds good. Yep, that yep sounds I can make that deal. Yeah, he'll offer you a
Yeah,
handshake
so
and
once again she shakes.
you know shake on it. All right. Yep. So you strike up the deal, and we, you know, leave the office and we follow Deanna to the second part of the scene.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Well,
map for this, so
you don't
just
need a
play
map,
it
but what
by,
she does before that is that she actually
yep, just
very
power of
very
imagination.
very rare occasion of she suits up as Owl Woman during the day. I mean, still not just walking down the street, but um, still like there's a reason to doing that. So she's in her Owl Woman garb. Um, she makes a specific stop to a house that she has been to before. Um, and yeah, because I don't know where the fuck that would be on the map, but actually,
Charter
would
Hill.
it have been a house or
Me.
would
I'll
it have
put
been an
down
apartment? I
where.
don't know if there are actual houses anymore.
There are a few houses, not.
Um,
It's more in the outskirts, I guess.
yeah, it's been Charter Hills. I'll put that down there, the map, where because it's like Hancock's place.
Well, I wasn't talking about going to Hancock's house. I was talking about going to um, what was once Deanna's house.
Yep.
Which
Deanna. Let
I'm
me make sure I
questioning. I mean,
spelled your character's name correctly.
are the houses
Deanna. Yep.
are they meant more for like the super rich or the opposite?
Super rich people have
Okay.
houses. Everyone
Okay.
else lives in apartment
Okay.
buildings.
Well, then I guess she would go to that apartment.
Yeah, that'd be in Santo
What-
Domingo.
Hold on, let me just go back over because I'm just walking around. I wanted to. Oh, that's pretty close. So yeah, she probably makes her way there like in a couple of minutes at most, I would think. Um, yeah, she goes there, um, and knocks on the door, mainly just kind of clonking on it with her like echo arm.
Yep. You pound on the door and it'll open.
Okay. Is there a child or a caretaker there?
Yeah, the door opens and you see a caretaker. It's a
Shit, I was hoping
woman,
it was
like
the
an
other way
older woman
around.
in her like 50s.
Okay. That kind of uproots the scene I had a bit, but well, is he home?
Yeah, the woman she'll answer, kind of be um the woman like who answers the door, she'll be taken aback. She'll say, can I help you?
Um,
Th-
she says, I'm well, the question is because Deanna brought the other resident of this home back to safety many sessions ago. I think when he was being like threatened by Uncle Touchy, and she basically turned Uncle Touchy into a pile of meat with one of her fucking predator nets. Um, I mean, that raises the question:
Yeah,
has the caretaker? I mean, even if she doesn't know Owl Woman's actual identity, does she recognize Owl Woman from the times that she's sort of come to the rescue?
yeah, she'll recognize you, like both from like hearing you in the news, and also like oh, you're a woman. Right. You're here to see your the the son. Um, why didn't you come in? She'll step aside and
Yeah. So,
yeah.
um, she yeah, wherever the I mean, is before stepping in, De-Caf, I mean, or Deanna, I mean, she asks the caretaker, I mean, is he home?
It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Probably, but I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if Cyberpunk is like Norway or Finland or whichever it is where it's school all year long.
You mean China?
Or that.
Norway, where they have almost no school.
I thought there was some like Scandinavian country where they don't have homework because they have school all year long.
That
I
is
would
Norway.
say that cyberpunk is so exploitative that there's no school at all.
Yeah, like that's the
Hey,
thing.
brother.
Like most like social like services things.
Oh Jesus.
There are
Well,
schools, but like it's usually
sorry.
only like if you're super rich, you get sent to like a school, or if you live in like an arcology building, there's like a like community school. But
No, I wasn't even talking about
yeah,
like
it
college. I was talking about like like grade school.
Can I just say something? You know
again
SATs are
mostly
gone?
for
You know,
super rich people.
y'all know SATs are gone?
Yeah, it's not been a requirement for like years.
Well, it's gone with the Department of Education.
Yep. But
This is another way to
yeah,
think
he
about.
would be home, and when you're shown into the apartment, you see he's like playing like with some toys and with the
Yeah.
owl plushie that you left
Yep.
last time,
Um,
Deanna.
Deanna like turns to the caretaker and says, well, and it's just in advance, give us a moment, basically, because what she's going to do next, she greets him by name, which probably gets his head to turn, especially because as Owlwoman, she doesn't speak. Um, And she
Yeah.
removes the mask. And for the first time in probably years, she smiles genuinely.
Yep. Yeah. A little bit of a story thing to whoever, like, to the few like viewers we have, and to the party, like, out of character. Deanna has a son, and you see a little bit of confusion on his face,
He's like a loading bar
recognition,
over
and
his head as
just
he's trying to remember. Oh, right.
yeah. But yeah,
Which, I mean,
he'll
I don't
go
blame
to
him
you
for,
and wrap
because, I mean, if you
you in a
look
big
into it,
hug.
it's a night and day difference.
hmm But yeah, he will go to you, wrap you in a big hug,
Yeah, she kneels down and
and
she
he
fucking
just,
embraces him
kind of,
tight.
yep, he starts crying, and just, they said you were dead, you know, where have you been? Just asking, like, tons and tons of questions about,
Yeah,
where have you been? Why did you leave me? Like, that kind of, just,
so,
little,
well,
like, little kid stuff,
well,
kind
I
of
know. Well,
breaking your
she,
heart,
believe me,
like,
she
kind
will.
of
I mean,
question.
she's tearing up as well, but I mean, she doesn't beat around the bush. She basically, I mean, tries to explain it in, a way that like a child would understand. That, I mean, she basically just kind of recaps, you know, after dad, disappeared. I mean, because I think if memory serves, we discussed that her husband, like, he didn't leave her. It's just, I think, like, he died, if memory serves, and basically she became, had to resort to being a single mother, um, and out of desperation, joined
Mhm.
this corporate military, and she, you know, phrases that, like, just to not be gruesome with the details, basically say, "I blew up, but I survived," um, and just says, just fills him in on it in a way that, with sort of, um, not to scare him, not to confuse him, just kind of delivers the facts in a way that, like a 9-ish-year-old child would understand, and makes it clear that, um, effective immediately, all of that is in the past, and I'm here for good. So,
Oh.
and she also makes it clear, now, she definitely does not, um, blow the owl woman ruse, like, with anybody except for him. I mean, in the case of what few possible enemies she would have, potentially try to use that against her to their own peril, I will add. Um, she basically, what she's going to do, I mean, she spends a lot of time talking with him because she wants to know what he's been up to as well. Um, but basically, um, like, she kind of outlines the plan that, um, is this apartment better than the one that she's been living in exile, or is it about the same?
Um, they're about the same.
Because,
So,
oh, sorry.
like, they're equally as good,
Okay.
basically. So if you would want to, like, move him in with you,
No, I'm not gonna,
you could.
you know, tear him away from, home he recognized. I'm gonna do the opposite if possible, just move in with him. So, what she is
Okay.
going to do, like, sort of, not necessarily long term, but like in the immediate aftermath of her visit with her son, um, Deanna is going to, well, I mean, again, um, so when she tells them that, I have to go, but I will be back, um, she puts the owl woman mask back on, and, next time she sees the, caretaker, she basically does, like, U.S. military style, "Thank you for your service." Um, and what she's going to do, I'm just letting you know this in advance. So she's definitely going to move back in with Devin, with her son, um, because she's obviously still a single parent and obviously needs the work. Um, she is the caretaker. Like, would I have to pay the caretaker out of pocket now, or is it like a government uh, sort of support program, which I doubt exists, but I still thought I'd ask.
I'll rule it as kind of like a government stipend. Like, we'll pay for the caretaker. You'll just have to pay for like monthly rent and
So
like
basically,
food.
what I've been doing the whole time when I've been on my own.
Like, you have to pay rent. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, Miguel. We all have a good one.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just wrapping up what I was doing
Yep.
here.
So yeah,
But yeah,
I'll add your
she.
XP to the. Yeah, I'll add your XP to your sheet,
Thank
Dumbledore.
you all have a good one. Take care.
Yep. But she's basically just to summarize it. So she's definitely moving back in with her only living family in the United States for one thing. The caretaker is still going to stay around because obviously she does have to work. But she makes it very clear that she's going to make a very dedicated effort to spend more time with her son and be there for him, which like can I mean, if we do enough time skips, I mean, we could potentially say that when she's not working, she's just hanging out at the apartment or like out doing things with Devin, or whatever else she's doing. Um, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's moving in with him. She's making an effort to be there in his life. Um, awing him with tales of her owl woman escapades, um, and perhaps even hyping it up like a comic book, like talking about like um, the massive mountain of meat Rex Steelflex, like phrasing it like an epic battle, even though it was a point and click adventure. Um, but yeah,
Gotta traumatize them early.
no, she's not
When you kill
traumatizing him.
someone like the Predator.
No. I'm not like I'm using a bit. I'm using tact. I'm not sharing the horrifying parts.
Yeah, I know. I was being facetious.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you, man.
So, but yeah, that's
But
what she's going to be doing. And then
yeah.
as for the situation with the contract, again, read that over, and then let me know what it would actually entail, and
Yep.
that will influence if she will actually fully join Zarafa or if she'll just be kind of like a part-time agent.
Okay. But yeah, that is where we'll pause for today.